toss in those games. So they've won the toss, and now Marcus Freeman at least has it the way he likes it, a chance as we get towards the end of the half to maybe win that middle 8.
You had a formula until you didn't guarantee the win tonight, okay? So, but you know, and the good thing is you always want the ball and to start the third quarter. There are 2 games in every football game, the first half and the second half.
We saw how good Notre Dame was. At one point last year, they were winning the middle 8 by a combined 110 to about 7 against their opponents. So an opportunity to possibly capitalize on that tonight. Home opener, Notre Dame has not played here since the Indiana game a year ago. Marcus Freeman in his 4th season now, 33-11, 4th best winning percentage by a Notre Dame coach through their first 3 seasons is held by Marcus Freeman, only trailing Leahy, Devine, and Parsegian.
That's
pretty good company.
I was going to say, man, hey, make some space for Coach Freeman, will you?
Also, 14 of Marcus Freeman's 33 career wins as a head coach against AP top 25 teams. That is the most to this point in any Notre Dame head football coach career.
I mean, these are the stats I like from you, Tony. I mean, this is the positivity. I think the kids call it positive vibes. And I'll tell you, there are some positive vibes in this stadium right now.
The vibes have to be high tonight as the Irish are set to kick off their home season. They're 0-1 after the loss to Miami. Marcello Diametti will kick off for Notre Dame. They will kick left to right. A&M will return right to left. Terry Bussey, very speedy, talented sophomore, waits at his goal line to return the kick. Rematch of last year's season opener underway in South Bend. End over end drive by Diametti hits 1 yard shy of the back of the end zone. Touchback, and Texas A&M will start with the football 2-0. Marcel Reed and this offense that's averaging 43 points per game through their first 2, albeit not against Power 5 competition. But he's ready to take the field.
And every single player for Notre Dame's defense has been looking forward to this moment. Put me back out there, Coach. I want to show you how much better I am than what we put on tape on a couple drives. This is going to be, for these players, not only a must-win, this is the only game that matters in the season right now if you're a player for Notre Dame.
Yeah, and they need the crowd tonight. Everybody on the field trying to get the crowd activated as the Aggies are set with the first snap. They move right to left from the near hash. It's a handoff. Le'Veon Moss gets the carry. Good start for him. Finds a hole. Wiggles his way all the way out to the 35. That's a 10-yard pickup. Boubacar Traore brings him down after what will be enough for a first down.
And this is what I expect Texas A&M to do. Run the ball, take the crowd out of it, use your running back and quarterback running it to set up the pass.
Moss last year, second-team All-SEC running back.
He really got shut down after his injury, but he is special.
Shotgun for Reed along the near hash on a fresh set of downs. A flag's going to come in as he rolls right. Reed going to take it towards the sideline, gets out of bounds. Good job by the Irish to hold off and not deliver a late hit. I think the hold is going to bring this back.
I think they tripped up my old strength coach, Lauren Landau, too, on the sideline.
Holding, offense, number 78, 10-yard penalty. First down.
And that's Boubacar Traore already making an impact as Demetrius Crownover got called for the hold.
There's a transfer from Utah. That's going to back them up.
It actually wasn't a hold. He chopped his arm, one of the favorite things I love doing to a defensive end.
Now look at you, offensive line. Even on the other team you're defending the offensive line.
Look, man, you got to be consistent. and right now, yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
Okay, 1st and 20. Ball's now back where it started at their own 25. Aggies moving right to left. Here's the third snap of the game. Reed going to load up and take a shot. Deep downfield, has a man, and it's broken up. Great recovery in the secondary, and it's incomplete.
Jalen Stroman just threw his shoulder to the sternum of Concepcion. And let's be clear, KC Concepcion, number 1 name for a wide receiver after Jaden Greathouse, but he is an elite receiver. The ball was in his hands. He had it, and then for Notre Dame, they had their safety come in and break it up. What a play by Jalen Stroman.
KC Concepcion, transfer from NC State, had to come back to the football. Stroman breaks it up. Could have been about a 50-yard pickup. Instead, it's now 2nd and 20. Reed takes the snap, has a clean pocket, going to fire one. Oh, it's almost picked off. In and out of the hands of Christian Gray on an overthrow on the far side of the field at the 45. If he picks it, he might have gone the whole way.
In the last second, Christian Gray looked down the field when the ball was coming his way. It hit his left hand and dropped between them.
They've shown some confidence here in Marcel Reed. On 1st and 2nd and 20, they've aired it out. Now they face 3rd down and 20 at their own 25. Opening drive of the game, 14:02. Not even a minute gone so far. As Reed takes the snap, he'll drop and swing it out. Pass is caught. This is Mario Craver turning it upfield. Not going to be enough. He stopped at the 35. Back at the original line of scrimmage, gets an extra yard out to the 36 or 37. They bend but don't break, and they force a punt.
Hey, I want to give a gold star to Don Schuler. He was coming down as the safety, saw 2 linemen. What does he do? He leapt and laid sideways horizontally, so both linemen had to take him, freeing up his teammates to make the tackle. What a selfless play by Don Schuler.
So the 12-yard pickup makes it 4th and 8. And now the Aggies will be forced to punt. They'll bring out their punter, Tyler White. Redshirted back in 2023, was a very highly rated recruited punter coming in. Jordan Faison set to return. He's standing at the Irish 22. Oh, the kick is blocked! Blocked to the 20. Loose ball! Picked up at the 15. The Irish will score! Touchdown! Notre Dame! Tay Johnson picked it up, and he's in for 6. Special teams does it again.
Wow! It wasn't even close. He almost took the ball away from the punter. What an amazing play. And yeah, referee, there's a sideline warning. Excuse me, Notre Dame is getting the demons out.
Logan Thomas blocked the punt. Tay Johnson picked it up and runs it in untouched.
To the student section as well. That class on Monday is going to be fun when you get high fives going to your seat, young man.
6-0 Notre Dame thanks to special teams. They blocked 3 kicks a year ago, and they have their first of 2025. Noah Burnett on for the extra point, and the kick is good. How about that start to the home season?
This is the Notre Dame we know.
13:06 left in the first quarter. The Irish lead 7-0.
What a play. Don Schuler and Logan Thomas were both kind of at that same angle coming in, and Don Schuler got picked up, and Logan Thomas with his left hand by itself actually blocked. He blocked it with his left rib cage. That's how far into the punter he was. What a play by Logan Thomas.
He almost could have tackled the punter. You're right. He blocked it with his his rib cage, torso, and then Johnson picks it up on a hop. The redshirt freshman from Fort Wayne, Indiana, picks it up, and there's no one in front of him. The whole play's behind him. That's the easiest touchdown he'll ever score.
His family's in the stands, too. Everybody's crying. And Logan Thomas is going to be showing that bruise when he goes like, hey, guys, look at that. That's where I blocked the punt right there.
How about Marty Biaggi? They were so good on special teams last year in the run to the national championship, and they've got their fingerprints all over this one, not even 2 minutes into the game. And I think now this is a great thing. Get the defense back on the field as Diametti drives one towards the far sideline. It goes out of bounds shy of the pylon, and that's going to be a penalty. A procedure call is going to give the Aggies good starting field position.
Out of bounds, kicking team. The ball he placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
That was the first time this crowd wasn't screaming in the last 20 minutes.
Wow, what a great start.
And right at the end, before that block punt, Marcus Freeman was talking to Jalen Sneeden, another linebacker, and really animatingly coaching a coaching point. So, like you said, Tony, excellent they're coming back out because that's fresh in the mind of Sneed and others.
Haven't really had a whole lot of time to regroup either. There has not been a media timeout yet. So Reed, who was 1 for 3 on the first drive, those 2 incompletions, did have the pass and catch for 12 yards. They now start at the Irish 35, and a flag comes out. There's early motion up front by the offensive line.
Boubacar Traore's living rent-free in the right tackle's head.
Number 78, 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
And then Boubacar Traore, first of all, the lineman moved, and Boubacar walked towards the referee, pointed at the lineman, and then after they threw the flag, he got across the line of scrimmage and was talking trash in his face mask. That is competition right there.
Second penalty on Crownover. So it's 1st and 15. Pressure in his face. There's the throw, and it's incomplete. Oh, they came after him again. Traore brings Reed down, and it's incomplete.
Reed is hurt after that. Boubacar Traore hit him so hard. And then Leonard Moore, that would have been a catch. Leonard Moore dives in front of the receiver about 6 inches off the ground and taps the ball down with his left hand. This defense is here to make a statement tonight.
Watching the replay, too, Schuler was coming on a safety blitz. We did not see a lot of that in Miami. Now they're bringing people here in the second game of the year. 2nd and 15. It's been really 1st and 2nd and long for the Aggies on their first 2 drives almost exclusively. Another blitz. Reed has to scramble, rolling to his right, throws for the sideline, incomplete. Oh my goodness, the pressure is there, and it's going to be 3rd and 15.
It was all Kingston Viliamu Asa. He timed the snap perfectly, hit the running back that was supposed to pick him up in blitz coverage so quickly that Reed felt like he had to move. This defense is playing lights out right now.
Marcel Reed now 1 for 5 in the game. Just has the one completion. They've had pressure on him, and again, it's 3rd and long. From their own 30, they need the 45. Aggies moving right to left. Irish lead 7-0, just 2 minutes into the contest. Reed claps the ball, takes the snap, drops, now steps up. He's going to try to run, trying to get to the sideline, tripped up and taken down. Look who it is! Tay Johnson once again with the tackle.
How about Coach Freeman and his staff saying, all right, Tay Johnson, you score a touchdown? How about get out there on defense? What a night for this young freshman.
Making an impact already. 12:30 left, and the punt team has to come out after a pickup of 5. It's still 4th and 10 for Texas A&M.
You mean the punt team has to come out again?
Yeah, and they better be on high alert here. Coming again. This time the punt's away. Spiraling kick. Faison will step up. Fair catch at his own 28 after a 48-yard punt.
How about your offense saying, oh, yeah, we're supposed to play today, boys?
They're going to have to wait as we get our first timeout on the field. What an electric start to the home opener for Notre Dame. 12 minutes and 13 seconds are left in the opening quarter, and the Irish offense will come on the field after this. It's Notre Dame 7, Texas A&M nothing, presented by Invesco QQQ. This is the Notre Dame Radio Network. Fighting Irish fans, choose Chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose Chill even better. Coors Light is a proud partner of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose Chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado beer.
Huge savings on Dell AI PCs with Intel Core Ultra processors are here, and they're newly designed to help you do more faster. They can generate code, edit images, multitask without lag, draft emails, summarize documents, create live translations, and even extend your battery life. That's the power of Dell AI with Intel inside. Upgrade today by visiting Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
You need parts? O'Reilly has parts. Get 1 free set of brake pads when you buy 2 brake rotors. Upgrade to Brake Best Select pads for just $10. Or upgrade to Brake Best Select Pro or Import Direct pads for just $20. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
12 minutes and 13 seconds left in the opening quarter between Notre Dame and Texas A&M, and the Irish lead 7-0. On the field, every play counts. The question is, are you making the right plays? Whether you're preparing for retirement or already at the goal line, Howard Bailey Financial is here to help. Download your free toolkit and see important disclosures at hbtoolkit.com. Tony Simeone, Super Bowl champ Ryan Harris. This is about as good of a start as you could ask for Notre Dame.
2 defensive stops, and you really got to see what Texas A&M is going to run. They opened up with a 10-yard run, really didn't do anything after that. And a lot of it is not because the plays weren't there, but because of the effort of the defense.
So here we go. C.J. Carr, first start at home. And he brings the offense out to start at their own 28-yard line. They move left to right with a 7-0 lead. Jeremiah Love is the back to his right. He's going to get the handoff running left. Cuts inside. Good hole for Love. Darting across the 35 all the way out to the 41-yard line. A burst of speed goes for 13 yards from Jeremiah Love.
And a huge block by Jaden Greathouse right about 5 yards to the left. And then guess what? They opened with a weak side run, Tony. The Irish mean business tonight.
Radio broadcast might be in the headsets tonight as Love's in the pistol behind Carr. Fresh set on the second play from scrimmage. It's a play fake. Carr will boot right, throw to the near sideline. Diving catch along the sideline. Faison, no, couldn't hold on. Looked like he had it across midfield, and as he went to the turf, it came out.
Get a first down running the football, and we pass the ball. Okay, all right, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. And an excellent effort by Jordan Faison. He caught it, but just couldn't bring it in. Got caught on his left leg while he was trying to bring it to his belly.
Faison, 5 catches, 33 yards, and the touchdown in the early portion of the fourth quarter against Miami in the opener.
How about Ty Washington in there, too, the transfer out of Arkansas?
Yeah, they've got 2 tight ends, Reardon and Washington, as Love gets the 2nd and 10 carry. Stays on his feet. Look at this. Almost went to the turf. Left paw went down, kept his knees from going down, and gets all the way out to midfield. They'll spot him at the 50. Another impressive 9-yard run for Love.
I'm not a statistician. And with 2 runs, he got 19 yards.
Look at that. He could have gone down easily. A lot of backs go down after 2 yards. He just kept going.
And Eli Reardon and Ty Washington, 2 tight ends with big blocks in the hole. So they are bringing the beef to the run game tonight.
They've got him officially with 2 carries for 22 yards. And look at this. Timeout.
Texas A&M. Their first of the half.
I think they had 12 men on the field.
Mike Elko has to burn an early timeout. And as a result, both teams will go to the sideline with a 3rd and 1 coming. 7-0 Notre Dame has the lead. 11:04 left in the opening quarter, and the ball is at midfield. It's going to also take us to a timeout on the field. Okay, we'll have some time to think about this 3rd down call. Irish 7, Aggies nothing, with 11:04 in quarter number 1 remaining. Presented by Invesco QQQ, you're listening to Fighting Irish Football.
Is your kitchen or bath outdated? Are you wanting to upgrade with a more elegant style? Having problems choosing the right tile for your space? If that's the case, it's time to call Seamless Tiling Company, serving the Michiana area with 20 years of certified experience. Custom showers, you bet. Kitchen floors, gotcha. Backsplashes, oh yeah. Your dreams are just one call away. Follow Seamless Tiling Company on Facebook and Instagram, or call 574-315-6515. That's 315-6515 for your free quote today. Seamless Tiling Company.
As one of the leading estate sales companies in the area, Metzger Property Services has decades of communal experience between their qualified real estate agents. Metzger lists and sells all types of real estate at auction or private sale. Whether it's agricultural, residential, commercial, or developmental, there is an agent with the experience you need working for you. For sales or acquisitions, private or auction, give them a call and find out the many benefits of buying or selling real estate at auction. Metzger Property Services, expanding your horizon, generation after generation.
R&B Car Company in Warsaw wants your car, and we're paying top dollar to get it. At the R&B Car Company Buying Center, our buyers are on site with free appraisals, instant cash offers, and no obligation. Any make, any model, any condition, we'll buy it today. Start at rbcarcompany.com or drive in for a real offer on the spot. Fast, easy, transparent. R&B Car Company. We buy cars. Located on Biomet Drive just off US 30 in Warsaw.
Notre Dame football is back on 107.3 WRSW.
It came out of the break early. Jeremiah Love received a carry, tried to bounce it out to the left, and he was taken down quickly behind the line of scrimmage. Notre Dame actually lost 5 yards on 3rd and 1, Ryan, so they have to punt here on 4th and 6, and that drive really stops abruptly.
And the fans are upset because they ripped off Jeremiah Love's helmet as he was on the ground after the play. No flag.
James Rendell comes out to punt, kicking left to right, and a fair catch is taken by KC Concepcion right at his own 11-yard line. It'll be a 44-yard punt with no return, and that's where the Aggies will take over with Notre Dame trailing 7-0. So that was the first offensive drive. Looked really promising for Notre Dame. A couple of good runs, and then that run on 3rd and 1 goes the opposite direction, and it stalls.
So what the good news is that they're running the ball, and I'll tell you what, I saw it on the sidelines watching pregame. Jeremiah Love is as determined as I've seen a football player while I've been broadcasting here at Notre Dame. He is going to get the ball, he is going to demand the ball, and he is going to command the runs for his offense.
Spot the ball back at the Texas A&M 10-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Aggies. Reed brings them out for their 3rd drive of the game. Moss is the back to his right from the far hash, moving right to left. He stutter steps his way between the hole, gets 4 yards on the pickup. As he gets out to his own 14-yard line, Jordan Padello was in there. Had some help from Drake Bowen, the captain and linebacker as well.
Jordan Padello is so physical on the edge. If he adds a spin move to his pass rush, he's going to be a first-round pick.
52nd career game for Jordan Padello in his 6th year at Notre Dame. That's now tied for 13th most in program history. 9:50 and counting here in the opening quarter. Notre Dame leads 7-0. Reed on 2nd and 6 from the shotgun. Play fakes, rolls left, throws, has a man. It's caught down the near sideline. Look out. Mario Craver has some speed across midfield. Stays on his feet out of a tackle at the 40, over the 30, 20, and he is gone. 86 yards for Mario Craver, and an extra point will tie the game as the Aggies strike back. What a play.
A dual option for the quarterback. He pulled it and he could still run, or he threw it, and he threw it on one of those Reggie Bush wheel routes that Notre Dame fans remember. Just an excellent execution by Texas A&M. And for Notre Dame, Jalen Stroman was there, incredible speed to catch up, but right at the last second, Craver cut inside, and that created a log jam that then let him go free.
And then at midfield, Stroman and Gray, somehow in their effort to bring him down, they almost keep him upright with the way they try to tackle him. Extra point is straight through to tie the game. Randy Bond comes out to deliver that one. And this game is tied at 7 with 9:33 remaining in the opening quarter.
And that was something where getting him on the ground changes the game. And still be positive about everything you've done defensively outside of that one play.
We are going to remain positive tonight because we have no other choice.
I like it.
7 apiece between Notre Dame and Texas A&M. This might be a fun one tonight. 9:33 to go still in the first quarter on the Notre Dame Radio Network, presented by Invesco QQQ.
The John Deere Gator XUV lets you cut, pack, drive, scout, weld, stack, feed, pull, load, tow, spray, and haul, all in a single day. Because with the highest cargo box volume in its class, customizable features, and a towing capacity of up to 4,000 pounds, it gets the job done. You just have to get in the seat. Learn more at your John Deere dealer or visit johndeere.com/GatorXUV.
Vanity Fair calls BritBox a delicious streamer. Collider says everyone should be watching. Catch Britain's next best series with BritBox. Stream acclaimed new originals like Code of Silence.
You read lips, right?
And Linley, based on the best-selling mystery series.
Say hi, Linley. Take it from here.
And don't miss the new season of Karen Piri coming this October.
You don't look like police. I'll take that as a compliment.
See it differently when you stream the best of British TV with BritBox. Watch with a free trial today.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
9:33 left in quarter number 1 of the game. Is tied between Notre Dame and Texas A&M at 7 apiece. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification, presented by Invesco QQQ. This is the Notre Dame Radio Network.
This is Fighting Irish Football on Classic Hits 107.3 WRSW-FM Warsaw, a Kensington digital media station.
Hey, Fighting Irish fans, you have the power to save lives. That's because just one organ donor can save 8 lives. Go Irish and say yes to organ donation. Learn more at donatelifeindiana.org. Tony Simeone alongside Ryan Harris, the Super Bowl champ, Texas A&M just bounced back with a two-play, 90-yard drive thanks to an 86-yard touchdown reception by Mario Craver. A lot of it comes after he catches it, runs out of 2 tackles at midfield. It's the longest play of the season and the longest play for Texas A&M, longest touchdown reception for the Aggies in nearly a decade, since a game against Arkansas back in September 24th in 2016. Josh Reynolds, who had a nice NFL career, sees his record broken, and this game is tied. Jadarian Price will watch this kick go over his head into the end zone for a touchback, and the Irish offense will come on the field for the second time tonight.
Strange to have your offense only out twice this deep into a game. And for Notre Dame offensively, you got to respond. It's time to teach your defense they can count on you, because they really can't. They haven't experienced that yet this season. Show them right now that you're in it to win it.
Opening drive, Irish looked to have a really promising start running the football. Jeremiah Love had 2 carries for a total of 22 yards. Stalls out on a 3rd and 1 run that goes backwards. So let's see how this goes as they start at their own 25, moving left to right. Carr's in the pistol with Love behind him. Reardon's the tight end, motioning right to left. 3 receiver set as Carr gives it to Love. Running left, puts his head down after contact. You are right, he is possessed. Takes on a couple tacklers and gets all the way out to the 31-yard line for 6 yards on first down.
He ran through a 300-pound defensive tackle 6 yards deep. Excellent job by the offensive line, denting the defense. Every single member of the offensive line was on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage when Jeremiah Love went in there, who's nursing a jammed finger right now, it looks like.
Yeah, I think head athletic trainer Rob Hunt may have just had to pop in a potentially dislocated finger. So Price is the back now with 2nd and 4 coming. Irish moving left to right. Carr out of the shotgun, takes the snap, looks right, throws, complete to Faison, stays on his feet and gets across the 35 for a first down. Gets it all the way up to the 37. It's a 7-yard pitch and catch.
Phenomenal job by C.J. Carr. He got the snap. His footwork pointed to his first read, and then he twisted his feet to his second. I mean, he looks like an NFL-type quarterback.
Irish back on the ball in a tie game. 8:30 and counting here in the opening quarter. 4 receivers set for Carr. Ball along the near hash as the Irish go left to right. Carr now will step to the line. Take his time with plenty of time on the play clock. Takes the shotgun snap. Carr looking. Now pressure in his face. Throws behind Faison, incomplete as he was running across the 40-yard line coming towards the near sideline. Falls to the turf. Scooby Williams was in coverage, and it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Jeremiah Love is back in the game. Spelling. Oh, they're going to leave both running backs in, so the famed 2-back running back set really puts a defense at odds. They don't know who's getting the ball. They anticipate someone to motion back into the backfield.
And it's an empty backfield to start. Both Love and Price are to the bottom. Now Price motions into the backfield to Carr's left on 2nd down and 10. Now Love motions across the formation, gets the toss. Price is his lead blocker. Love trying to get to the sideline. He's shoved out of bounds. Whoa! This took him all the way to the sideline. Flag's got to come out, and it does. Des Ricks took him way too far, all the way across the sideline towards the bench, and he's going to get penalized for it.
Yeah, he needs to get penalized. He was beyond the white on the sideline and then shoved Jeremiah Love into the bench.
Play, personal foul, late hit out of bounds, defense, number 2. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Oh, what's he doing?
Marcus Freeman was upset, not safe for radio language. I'll tell you what else, though. Amazing job by Notre Dame as a team not to start a fight there on the sideline. There's a bit of a scuffle before the teams left the field, but if somebody throws your player into the side bench, 9 times out of 10, those players are fighting and there's offsetting penalties. So well coached and well executed in that moment by Notre Dame.
That's a gift. Was going to be 3rd and long for Notre Dame. Instead, it moves the ball just across midfield to the A&M 48. Oh, they give it to Love. Double reverse back to Carr. He's got Reardon wide open down the far sideline. Caught at the 20, inside the 10, lunging for the pylon. And he's just shy, all the way down to the 1-yard line. 47 yards of razzle-dazzle for the Irish.
What a play call. A handoff to Jeremiah Love going right to left. And then Jordan Faison comes back, catches it, and then flips it again. And C.J. Carr set up his feet before he got the pitch from Faison, which made the throw on time to Reardon. And now Texas A&M defensively is not going to trust anything they see with their eyes. What a play call and what an execution by the offense.
Mike Denbrock in his bag a little bit here early. Some great play calls. Have him in business again. Pistol set. They spot him out at the 5. They say he stepped out before he got all the way. Now it's Love is going to take a direct snap from the 5-yard line. Pressure in his face, and he goes down. A loss of 2. Back to the 7-yard line. Cassius Howell blew it up for the Aggies.
If you're going to do that type of play with the direct snap to the running back, it has to be hitting downhill. As soon as Love got it, he kind of set his feet a little bit, but you have got to attack when you're in that wildcat formation. That ball is snapped, and that running back has to go downhill. Otherwise, that happens.
Notre Dame's run 10 plays tonight. I'm not sure they've run a single play that we saw against Miami. Lots of diversity in the play sheet so far. 2nd and goal from the 7. They've backed up. Pistol is now with Price as the back behind C.J. Carr. Carr will take the snap, give it to Price, running right, cuts inside, has a hole across the 5, still on his feet, through an arm tackle, and he's in! Touchdown, Notre Dame! Jadarian Price from 7 yards out gives the Irish the lead.
Excellent job by the offensive line, and then Jordan Faison threw a block on the left hash mark at the 2-yard line that made it a touchdown, and Jadarian Price saw it from about the 7. What a team drive for this offense.
That was Jadarian Price's first carry since he fumbled in the game 2 weeks ago against Miami. Good way to get back on the horse and pound it in.
And good job by the coaches putting him back in. Every player makes a mistake. Show him you believe in it.
Noah Burnett's extra point is good.
Let's not forget, too, Jadarian Price had that 60-yarder last year against A&M in the opener. That was the difference.
Both these backs were very good last year. They're both off to pretty good starts in this one tonight. A fun and exciting start to this game, and there's still a ton of time left in the opening quarter. 6 minutes and 30 seconds remain in quarter number 1. The Irish lead 14-7 over Texas A&M on the Notre Dame Radio Network, presented by Invesco QQQ.
Woohoo! Hear that? That's what having fewer hot flashes and night sweats can sound like. Veoza is the #1 prescribed hormone-free treatment FDA approved for moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms, also known as hot flashes and night sweats, due to menopause. Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to Veoza.com. That's VEOZAH.com.
Here's the tale of the daily med fill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings Wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap Good RX, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. Deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang, that one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not insurance.
6:30 to go in the opening quarter, and Notre Dame leads Texas A&M 14-7. Dick's Sporting Goods believes that sports have the power to change lives. This belief, which reflects the principles on which the company was founded, continues to guide Dick's today. We hope that you enjoy the game. Tony Simeone, Ryan Harris here for another home opener in South Bend. Perfect weather. Irish just retook the lead thanks to a 7-play, 75-yard drive that chewed up 3 minutes and 3 seconds. C.J. Carr goes 3 for 4 on the drive, hits the 43-yarder to Eli Raridon, which gets him in the red zone, and then Jadarian Price punches it in from 7 yards out. And now we get to watch the defense again, Ryan, coming off a really, I would say, frustrating series that allowed an 86-yard touchdown. We don't see that a lot from Notre Dame's defense. Good opportunity to bounce back right now.
They will. I have every belief in it. You had a missed tackle, and you said it perfectly, Tony. You had Stroman bringing him down, and then Christian Gray bumping him back up. So that was what happened. And already now, the coaches for Texas A&M are screaming. Mike Elko has a red face. He's dripping sweat. And what I love about that offensive drive, multiple people had a role. Jeremiah Love, Jadarian Price, Eli Raridon. That's what you need. You need to spread the wealth and threaten the defense in all areas of the field.
You mentioned Mike Elko chewing out some of his guys on the sideline. One reason might be already 3 penalties for 30 yards and a crippling one from Des Ricks that we talked about. Instead of 3rd and long, Irish got a fresh set of downs that kept that drive alive, and on the next play, they hit Raridon. Terry Bussey's going to have a chance to return this kick right to left, brings it up, and he's shut down before he can get back to the 20-yard line. It's great coverage by that special teams unit of Notre Dame, and this will start the Aggies back a little bit further than had they elected to go with the touchback.
Jaden Osbury with a great tackle there on that play. It looked like a home run hitter to Tony and I. We both kind of leaned back like, oh no, they got it blocked, but nope. Osbury's there to save the day.
Terry Bussey's a scary returner. Heard a lot about him coming into last year as a true freshman. Didn't really make an impact in that game, but he's dangerous, can hit a homer for this Aggies unit. And now Marcel Reed comes back on the field. Already the 4th drive of the game for the Aggies here in the first quarter.
They have more confidence than ever, though, after their last drive.
3 receivers to the bottom for Reed. He'll hand it off to Ruben Owens on the opening carry, and nowhere to go. Stopped by Kingston Viliamu Asa, the sophomore. Gets better and better every passing week.
I don't know how you keep him off the field. If I'm Marcus Freeman and that coaching staff, you've got to keep him on the field. Kingston Viliamu Asa perfectly fit the hole and did so on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
This will be the 11th play of the game for Texas A&M. Reed out of the shotgun, play fakes, looks left, throws one-on-one. Leonard Moore's there, and it's intercepted!
Wow!
No-fly zone when 15 is in the area code, picks it off, and the Irish will take over in plus territory.
I can't believe what I just saw. Leonard Moore was step for step with the receiver for A&M, and at the last second turns his head with his arms open and almost one-handed brings in the ball. Unbelievable. We're watching the replay. It might have touched nope, it didn't touch the ground. He pulled the ball out with his right hand to prove it didn't touch the ground. What an incredible play by Leonard Moore.
2 interceptions last year for Moore. Preseason first-team All-American. A lot of people think he might be the best corner in the country. He looked like it on that rep.
Well, he just banged the gavel for Pick City to assemble.
First pick of the year for the Irish has them in business. They lead by a touchdown, and they start at the A&M 42-yard line. Carr is going to change the play now. Price is the back to his right. 3 receivers for C.J. Carr. He'll give it to Price, running left. Going to take on a tackler at the line of scrimmage and be taken down right at the line of scrimmage. Tyreek Chappelle stops him for no gain to set up 2nd and 10.
What I like, though, that was a wide outside zone play, and C.J. Carr read it perfectly. As soon as the running back got back into the formation, Texas A&M shifted, and C.J. Carr called the perfect play.
5:25 and counting here in the opening quarter. Irish lead 14-7, moving left to right. Carr out of the shotgun, takes the snap, gives it to Price again, looking for a hole and gets tripped up. Falls forward for a 1-yard gain. Torian York, really talented linebacker, was in there to make the tackle. Scooby Williams as well, and now it's going to set up 3rd down and 9 for the Irish.
Notre Dame isn't going to change personnel, and I only mentioned that because you could have went back to the line of scrimmage where Texas A&M did make a change. You could have got an easy 5 yards to make this better. That's the next level for this offense to get to.
It'll be 3 receivers and Raridon the tight end to the left. Malachi Fields to the top. Faison and Greathouse to the bottom. Ball between the hashes on 3rd down and 9. Carr takes the snap, again runs to Price, running right, gets to the edge across the 40, bounces out across the 30, down the sideline, 1st down and more. Jadarian Price inside the 20-yard line. Big chunk run on 3rd and 9. Bryce Anderson shoves him out, but it comes after a 24-yard pickup.
And off a huge block by the right tackle, Emil Wagner. You want to widen a hole, that's what he did. Struck his defender and then used his inside hand to widen the hole. That was a season-changing run. You run for a 1st down on 3rd and 9, the run is going to be called again.
Irish back on the ball with it spotted on the near hash inside the red zone with 4 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Carr this time will fake to Price, run right now, cut it back inside, and has to go to the turf. Cassius Howell had him all wrapped up, and a few more Aggie defenders were coming in, so he wisely goes to the turf and avoids a big hit.
Well, he saved about 4 yards and a tackle for loss by stopping on a dime, giving 9 cents, Tony. And it's always tough, I think, as an offensive unit to go against a defense that practices against a dual-threat quarterback. They've been doing that all year. They've been doing it all summer. They know it when they see it.
2nd and 10. Irish lead 14-7. Still 3:25 left in quarter number 1. Price is the back to Carr's left. 3 receivers left. Now Raridan, the tight end, will motion it tight to the top of the formation. And Price is to Carr's right. On 2nd down, Price gets the carry, cuts it inside between the tackles and between the hashes up to the 14-yard line. It's a 3-yard carry. Torian York brings him down, and now Price will go out. Love will come in for 3rd down and 7.
You got to fall in love with the first quarter 3-yard run, because in the second quarter it's 5, in the third quarter it's 7, in the fourth quarter it's 12. That's how a run game works in football.
11 carries for 56 yards so far for Notre Dame tonight. Carr's thrown it just 5 times, so about a 2-to-1 rush to pass ratio.
That sounds like a win in the making.
3rd down and 7 from the Aggie 14-yard line. 4 receivers set for C.J. Carr with Love to his right, and he's going to call timeout. Play clock was down to 1, and he's going to have to burn one here.
Excellent awareness.
Timeout. Notre Dame. They're first of the half.
Excellent awareness by C.J. Carr. He was trying to put the pieces together to block off, because the Aggies had 2 linebackers in the A-gaps, and then a safety was coming down. They didn't have enough. Wise decision to take the timeout.
So 2:27 is what is left here in the opening quarter. Both teams have had the football now. This is, I think, the 7th or 8th total drive of this quarter. When we saw the national championship last year, Ryan, Notre Dame had the ball, and then Ohio State didn't even finish the second drive of the game until the second quarter. So it's been back and forth. It's been fun to watch, and now a big 3rd and 7 for the Irish. You'd love to get 6 here and make this a 2-touchdown lead early.
Well, the question is this 2-down territory with a 7-point lead, and you're getting the ball at the third quarter? If you get close enough, this might be going for it on 4th. Of which the A&M Aggies were one of the worst teams in football last year.
Tight formation here. Everybody close to the line of scrimmage for Carr on 3rd and 7. Claps for the football and looks to throw. Clean pocket for Carr. Fires for Fields at the 8-yard line. This is going to be close to the sticks. He makes the catch. It is complete against Will Lee III. There's been no signal yet for a first down. He's shy. It's going to be 4th down and less than a yard.
They're going for it, Tony.
Wow, Fields, what a great catch. Saw the impressive one against Miami. Reels it in. I mean, that ball wiggled a little bit. I'm not sure. Are they going to look at this?
They need to get the ball off.
Okay, 4th and 1. Irish are going to go for it. Offense on the field. Again, Carr motions out of the backfield. Love looking for a direct snap. Calls for the football. Jeremiah Love puts his head down, plunging forward. He's got the first down. No nonsense from Jeremiah Love. Gets inside the 5. He's taken down at the 4-yard line, and it sets up 1st and goal.
And they made the exact adjustment that has to happen in the Wildcat. An amazing job by Jeremiah Love with a drop step with his left foot to throw the defense off. And when I say he went with the quickness through that line of scrimmage, we could barely see him up here, Tony.
1st and goal for the Irish. Banging on the door with 1:15 to go in the opening quarter. Carr hands it to Love, running right, cuts inside, spins off 1 tackle, staying on his feet. Got an extra pair of yards as a result to cut that number in half. He's from the 4 down to the 2. 2nd and goal upcoming.
And how about that? We thought he was going to break. We expected him to break those leg tackles to get into the end zone. I have not seen Jeremiah Love play like this his entire career. It is impressive and commendable how much force and willpower he is using on every opportunity he's given.
He's already run it 7 times in the opening quarter. See if they get it to him for an 8th. Pistol formation for the Irish on 2nd and goal. Faison motions from bottom to top. Carr hands it to Love, running left, met at the line of scrimmage and stood up. Helmet comes off again as he goes down. Marcus Ratcliffe brings him to the turf. It's no gain. 3rd and goal will be what comes next. And I think he's going to have to come off the field as well because the helmet came off.
And he is telling the defense, you better take my helmet off because I'm coming for you. Anytime your running back is talking to the defense, you're having a good night as an offensive line.
Oh, look at this. They actually backed him up all the way to the 4-yard line. I'm not sure about this spot. I mean, what's this spot? He's up by the 3 when they need him. How is this ball spotted at the 5-yard line?
I'm not sure. We're watching the replay now, and he's at least on the 2.
Okay, 3rd and goal. Price is the back. Clock is ticking. They can take this to the quarter if they want. I think Marcus Freeman's going to do just that. Play clock is low, but you don't have to snap it because it expires before the play clock, and I think that's wise. Get everyone together and talk this over before quarter number 2.
That felt like a game. That felt like a full game.
Well, they scheduled the kick time for 7:30. It's now 8:30. They didn't kick off at 7:45, though, but still, I'm with you.
The 4-hour NBC football game. How about that?
Hey, we love prime time. Okay, what a fun first quarter. 15 minutes. Only 15 minutes in the book, but there's 21 points on the board. The Irish lead 14-7, and they have 3rd and goal coming from the 4 when we start the second. You're listening to the Notre Dame Radio Network presented by Invesco QQQ.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Notre Dame Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
In football, changing the game begins with rethinking it. Like rethinking how players work on their game with wearable tech, advanced analytics, AI, and more. The same innovative thinking that changes the game could change your portfolio. Invesco QQQ gives you access to the innovators who are rethinking the world. Invesco QQQ, the official ETF of Notre Dame Athletics. Let's rethink possibility. There are risks when investing in ETFs, including possible loss of money. ETFs' risks are similar to those of stocks. Investments in the tech sector are subject to greater risk and more volatility than more diversified investments. Consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. Visit Invesco.com for a prospectus with this information. Read it carefully before investing. Invesco is not affiliated with Notre Dame Athletics. Invesco Distributors Inc.
All right, team, huddle up. Whether you're in red zone or still at the 50-yard line, it's time to call a play, and we can help. Howard Bailey Financial is the official wealth management sponsor of Notre Dame Athletics. We have a free retirement resource that you can download to gain insight on taxes, Social Security, income planning, and more. To get your free copy, just text HUDDLE to 888-262-1104. Notre Dame Athletics was compensated for this endorsement and is not a current client of Howard Bailey. For more information, please visit howardbailey.com/ending disclosure. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial securities firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies.
This will be the 11th play of the game for Texas A&M. Reed out of the shotgun, play fakes, looks left, throws one-on-one. Leonard Moore's there, and it's intercepted! Wow! No fly zone when 15 is in the area code, picks it off, and the Irish will take over in plus territory.
I can't believe what I just saw.
Johnny Soper with you inside our Notre Dame Radio Network studios. Well, if you like big plays, you came to the right ballpark tonight. It's 14-7 Notre Dame after one quarter, but man, oh man, big play after big play after big play, and the Irish are trying to add to this lead. They're knocking on the door. Let's go back out to the booth and rejoin Tony and Ryan.
Thanks so much, Johnny. This has been a very entertaining first quarter of football as we get set for the second. A huge 3rd down and goal coming from the 4 for the Irish. It'll be the 10th play of this, Ryan, and I know you're going to like this number. They've run it 8 times and thrown it just once on this drive. They have committed to the run game tonight.
Oh, and they're almost ready to score? Is that what you're saying?
I sure hope so.
I think that's causation and correlation right there for you.
Also, I'll point this out. Jadarian Price and Jeremiah Love have combined for 13 tackles through the first quarter of this game. Beg your pardon, 13 carries. They had just 16 total carries against Miami. So that tells you as well. They are really pounding the rock right now, and you love to see it.
And what Tony's inferring is that you are listening to the broadcast the coaches listen to as well.
Balls between the hashes. Teams have flipped sides. Notre Dame is going right to left now. And again, Jeremiah Love is not on the field because his helmet came off. Price is the back to his right.
And they stopped it at the 5-yard line because there was helmet-to-helmet contact that was not called, and when your helmet comes off, you're automatically down at that time.
Irish lead 14-7, looking for more. Inside the 5. First play of the second quarter is C.J. Carr. Has 3 receivers to the bottom, 1 to the top. Carr claps multiple times, now takes it, looking one-on-one, far side for Fields in a one-on-one battle, and it's broken up by Will Lee III. tried to hit him on a slant route 2 yards into the end zone. And that's great one-on-one coverage by the senior corner for the Aggies.
And Will Lee III just perfectly read it, made sure he had his outside hand free, brought his hand down between the hands of Malachi Fields. Excellent play. And what I love, too, is C.J. Carr got rid of that ball and took a hit. He is a tough quarterback who's only getting better.
So the Irish will bring out the field goal unit. Noah Burnett made his only field goal against Miami. It was a clutch one to make it a one-score game. This will be 22 yards, straight between the hashes, just a little bit longer than an extra point, and it's just as routine for him. Irish extend this lead to 2 scores, 17-7, thanks to the field goal from Noah Burnett, and it takes us to a timeout. Just 6 seconds have elapsed here in the second quarter, so 14:54 remain in the opening half. The Irish lead by 10, 17-7 over Texas A&M, presented by Invesco QQQ. This is the Notre Dame Radio Network.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
All right, team, huddle up. Whether you're in red zone or still at the 50-yard line, it's time to call a play, and we can help. Howard Bailey Financial is the official wealth management sponsor of Notre Dame Athletics. We have a free retirement resource that you can download to gain insight on taxes, Social Security, income planning, and more. To get your free copy, just text HUDDLE to 888-262-1104. Notre Dame Athletics was compensated for this endorsement and is not a current client of Howard Bailey. For more information, please visit howardbailey.com/ending disclosure. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial securities firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies.
Guinness and Notre Dame both have a long history of grit and determination. It's how a university in Indiana became a global icon in sports. It's how a brewer from Ireland created one of the world's most legendary beers. Through the pursuit of excellence, honoring tradition, and staying true to a unique spirit, Guinness and Notre Dame always rise to the top. Cheers to another great season of Notre Dame football. Here come the Irish. Guinness Draft Stout, the official beer of Notre Dame alumni and fans. Please enjoy responsibly. Imported by Diageo Beer Company, USA, New York, New York.
14:54 left in the second quarter, and the Irish lead Texas A&M 17-7. Coors Light is a proud partner of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill, celebrate responsibility. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, was walking around the stadium tonight. First time you see a Coors Light in this building for a football game. A little bit of a different atmosphere along the concourse as well. Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium, Coors Light.
You know, now I'm putting 2 and 2 together. That's why it's been so loud in here tonight. I mean, unbelievable. And this is going to be the greatest sales game in Notre Dame history.
It's been responsibly loud. That's what I like to see tonight. It's been responsibly loud.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Notre Dame leads by 10, 17-7. Only one play has been run here in the second quarter. And Marcello Diomedi's back out to kick. Hit a nice one to start the game for a touchback, then kicked the next one. Unfortunately, just shy of the pylon and out of bounds. So see what he does with this one, kicking right to left. Ball on a tee to zone 35. Drives this one high, end over end. Bussey will watch it go a couple yards behind him into the end zone for a touchback. Marcel Reed's going to come back out, Ryan. He does have 98 yards. Now, that said, 86 of those came on the throw to Craver. He's 2 for 7.
He's down 10 points.
And he's thrown a pick. It actually hasn't looked, in my opinion, all that good for Reed so far in this one. And yet they've still been comfortable with him pushing it down the field quite a bit tonight.
I think you're going to see more of Moss in the run game to try and take the eyes off of Reed, and then you're going to see that quarterback run game later on in this drive. But hopefully Notre Dame can shut it down.
Yeah, only 4 carries for the Aggies so far tonight. Surprising. They've thrown it quite a bit. It's a run on first down. Moss gets it. Donovan Heinisch stops him after, I think, maybe just a pickup of 1.
Donovan Heinisch has something to prove, and he's playing like it tonight. And you can be undersized if you play like a giant, and Donovan Heinisch on that play played like a giant.
Jason Onye in on the tackle as well. Good to see the two guys in the defensive interior show up big there. As you said, looking for some improvement after that Miami game 2 weeks ago. 3 receivers as the Aggies go left to right here. Notre Dame leads 17-7 early in the second. Reed from the shotgun will look to throw. Fires near side. Craver makes the catch at the 30. Spins out of another tackle across the 35 before he's finally brought down up around the 37.
I'll tell you, the impressive thing about A&M is that they've got 2 transfers at receiver, and they probably got 2 of the best receivers you could get in the transfer portal.
Timeout on the field for a player injury.
Leonard Moore is going off with the help of a couple of athletic trainers, but he's walking on both legs right now.
That also is not indicative. Sometimes you can. And again, the adrenaline is so high that you often don't know what's wrong. I'm watching the replay here, and that does not look good. Got whipped by Drake Bowen with his weight on his right knee. Pray for him. Pray for him.
Just made a great play. You're right, that second replay did not look good. Wincing as he goes off, so we'll wait to see. But for now, Leonard Moore is off the field.
I've been looking forward to seeing some Dallas Golden, too.
Some good young corners as Marcel Reed takes the shotgun snap on 1st and 10. Going to air it out deep across midfield. What a catch. KC Concepcion goes up over midfield, brings it in at the Irish 46. That is 16 impressive yards from Reed to Concepcion. Wow.
I think the ball was 13 feet in the air.
Oh.
And Concepcion, I told you earlier in the game, he's going to be playing on Sundays. You just heard why. A jumping 360 catch for a first down.
2023 ACC Rookie of the Year. 2 years ago at NC State.
You can't have rookies in college. I don't care what NIL says.
Aggies on 1st and 10. Fresh set. Reed. Play action. He's going to heave it deep downfield. Concepcion's there again at the 5. Goes up high. Comes down with another jump ball. In double coverage. Brings it in against Mark Zachary. The freshman also had Stroman in coverage. Doesn't matter. 45 yards. Another big-time chunk play to Concepcion.
And that's what you do offensively. You get a freshman corner in. Hey, let's put Concepcion on him, and let's have him learn how to play corner. And that's what just happened. Concepcion is elite. And then quite a throw from Reed as well.
Not surprising they've had success with their first 2 passes since Leonard Moore went out. Young corners on the field for Notre Dame. It's 1st and goal from the 1. They'll hand it off. Moss bounces off a tackle, and he's into the end zone. The Aggies strike right back and make it a 1-score game again. For now, it's 17-13 with 12:23 left in the second. That's an impressive response from Marcel Reed and their offense.
And this is a game. It's going to be a knockout, drag-out affair. Both these teams want it. And for Notre Dame, defensively, outside of 2 big plays, you've been playing phenomenal defense.
Now you do wonder, as Bond is back out for the extra point, you just hope you see Leonard Moore on the field at some point, obviously for his sake, but also for the defense's sake.
But let's not forget,
Bond drives it through.
Leonard Moore got his start because of an injury to Ben Morrison, and that was the beginning of his career. So that's why you recruit. And right now, Mark Zachary, freshman corner for Notre Dame, learned a lesson that he does not want to learn again.
Zachary, you might hear Carson Hobbs' name a little bit more. We'll see who gets the reps as this game goes along. All right, already a combined 31 points in this one between 2 teams known for their defense. Defensive-minded head coach is not playing out like that right now. 12:23 to go in the opening half, and the Irish lead by 3. It's Notre Dame 17, Texas A&M 14. You're listening to Fighting Irish Football, presented by Invesco QQQ.
I'm Jake Petey, your Elkhart Edward Jones financial advisor. I believe feeling rich is less about reaching a magic number and more about living life on your terms, with financial strategies that help support a life you love. You can count on me to help you achieve what matters most to you, because the key to being rich is knowing what counts. Contact me today at 574-522-3242 or visit me at 932 Parkway Avenue, Suite C in Elkhart. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hi, I'm Alan Aldifer.
And I'm Mike Bergen. We love Kosciuszko County and have had the pleasure of serving our community and clients for over 20 years as Aldifer Bergen & Company.
Now we are excited to become part of the Beacon Point Advisor family. This move allows us to have more time to take care of our clients to help in all of your present and future financial needs. All of our local people are staying and are here to see you on West Market Street in downtown Warsaw. Remember, Aldifer Bergen & Company has partnered with Beacon Point Advisor.
Just like the Irish on the field need to prepare for in-game adjustments, you need to prepare for when temperatures outside cool down. Don't get sidelined by a furnace breakdown this fall. Trust Collier's Heating and Air Conditioning, your Lennox premier dealer, for a fall furnace tune-up and total peace of mind this season. We're here 24/7 with emergency service to keep your home comfortable, no matter the score. For more, call 574-373-0325 or check out trustcolliers.com.
Back to the Fighting Irish on 107.3 WRSW.
Notre Dame leads 17-14 over Texas A&M with 12:23 remaining in the second quarter. Invesco QQQ is the official ETF partner of Notre Dame Athletics. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated. A lot of time left here in this ballgame and in the second quarter. Tony Simeone with the Super Bowl champ Ryan Harris. It's been a very entertaining game so far. Notre Dame has gained 115 total yards. Texas A&M 191. The Irish also have 7 of their points thanks to a blocked punt that was returned for a touchdown by Tay Johnson, and the offense is going to get a chance to put more points on the board when they come back here after this kick.
And they're going to have to score because KC Concepcion already has 61 yards in the first 2 quarters, quarter and a half here, and Craver's got 110. You got to shut that down. But I'll tell you something else. This offense did look good, the best it's looked all season in its last drive.
Yeah, Marcel Reed was 3 for 3 on that drive for 73 yards. Concepcion had 2 of the catches for 61, like you said. They're 2 talented receivers that are both transfers in, have done the heavy lifting tonight, and they've got them in business. Touchback, give the Irish the ball at the 25.
As C.J. Carr comes out, do you think Lloyd Carr ever comes to Notre Dame for a game?
Well, I believe there was a photo of him wearing a Notre Dame hat when C.J. committed. So I think he's all in. I think he's all in, from what I know.
I'd be shocked if he comes in the building. I don't know. I mean, if my grandson ever went to Michigan, first of all. Second of all, I'm not going. And you know why. You know what I mean? So hats off to Lloyd Carr. He recruited me. And I saw Julius Jones down on the sideline and his son who's being recruited to Notre Dame. It's a wild affair getting old.
Irish come back on the field, 4 receivers set. And Jeremiah Love's the back again. He's run it 8 times already. Just 25 yards, though. And Carr will look to throw on first down. Going to fire down the near sideline. One-on-one for Fields. Will Lee again wins the battle. That ball was well overthrown, though. But they've been one-on-one a few times now. And Lee, for now, getting the better of Malachi Fields.
And something's giving away the pass to the defense of Texas A&M. The linebacker, Torian York, before the snap, signaled to his defense it was a pass. So there's something they're picking up on Notre Dame.
Torian York's a guy that the staff talked a lot about. This is a very good middle linebacker for Texas A&M. 2nd and 10, they'll swing it out to Love. Catches his own 20, leaps over a man at the 30, stays on his feet towards the near sideline. He's close to a first down. They're going to spot him out just shy at the 34. Maybe 34.5-yard line to set up 3rd down in less than 1. DJ Hicks brought him out along his own sideline. Big play coming for Notre Dame.
And this is where I would like Notre Dame to get to the line of scrimmage and just call a dive run. Just get that first down. You don't have to bring in some new guys each and every time. Everybody knows what the play is. Go get it done.
I think you're right. They're just 1 for 4 on 3rd down tonight. Now they're looking to the sideline for a while for the play call. Play clock's at 12. I have a hard time believing they're going to get this play in time. Well, now they do break the huddle quickly. Play clock is at 6. Carr has Love to his right. They're moving right to left. Play clock down to 2. Calls for the ball. Gives it to Love. Running to the edge to the near sideline. He's got the first down. Stutter step at the 45. Wouldn't go out of bounds. Gets a few extra yards across midfield. 17 on that carry for Jeremiah Love.
And he was getting that first down. He was not going to be denied. And the wide zone play again by the Irish. I love it. Getting to that edge. And Jeremiah Love had one man to beat. He beat him. The guy was on the ground before he crossed the line of scrimmage.
I think he's faster in 2025 than 2024.
It's all a choice, and he made the decision tonight.
Fresh set of downs. Love gets the carry again, turns it inside and field. He has them across the 50 now officially with a 2-yard pickup. Rylan Kennedy and Tyler Onyedim bring down Love after the 2-yard pickup.
I just like they're calling his number. Jordan Love, no matter how many the yards, he makes 2 players on defense tackle him. That wears out a defense as the game goes on.
10 carries, 43 yards. And like you said, just seems like the big one is lurking there every time he touches the ball. 10.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Irish lead by 3. Carr on 2nd and 8. Drops, throws, far hash. It's caught by Faison. Squirts out a 1 tackle across the 40. He has a first down all the way down to the Texas A&M 36-yard line. He's brought down by Dalton Brooks after the pickup to move the chains.
C.J. Carr just did something that only I've seen Peyton Manning and Ben Roethlisberger do. He threw it to the shoulder to tell Jordan Faison which way to turn in that lacrosse spin. There are not any quarterbacks who can do that in college football outside of C.J. Carr. Wow.
Irish on the move, leading by 3. Ball spotted far hash as they go right to left. Faison in motion from the bottom of the formation on 1st and 10. Carr looking on a wheel route. Love's wide open. Catch to the 20. He's inside the 10 for the goal line. Touchdown! C.J. Carr to Jeremiah Love. 36 yards, and the Irish re-extend the lead.
C.J. Carr found a wide open, streaking Jeremiah Love. And Jeremiah Love almost didn't catch it. Kind of tapped it back to himself with his right hand. He was thinking about making a one-handed catch. Said, now let's get 2. And he was in a throw by C.J. Carr. He was leading Jeremiah Love, which slowed down a little bit to make sure he saw him. C.J. Carr continues to impress, and Jeremiah Love needs the ball in his hands every play.
Extra points on its way, and it's good. The lead is back to 10, 24-14. Notre Dame is in front, and there is a ton of football left. 9 minutes and 43 seconds remain in the second quarter, and the Irish lead the Aggies by 10. You're listening to the Notre Dame Radio Network, presented by Invesco QQQ.
Get paid sooner with Credit Union One, the official banking partner of Notre Dame Athletics. Simply open a CU1 free checking account, set up direct deposit, and get ready for an early payday. Plus, you'll be able to show your Irish pride every time you pay with one of 3 Notre Dame debit card designs. It's your money. Get access to it sooner. View full disclosure and open an account online today at cu1.com/free checking. Federally insured by NCAA. Go Irish.
Hey, did you see that game last weekend? It was crazy.
Actually, we were there.
Wait, like in person? How'd you swing that?
Allegiant had a super affordable nonstop flight out there. And with how low the airfare was, buying tickets to the game was a no-brainer.
Hold my beer. I'm going to Allegiant.com right now. Allegiant, the official airline of Notre Dame Athletics. Soar nonstop from South Bend to 8 vibrant cities all across the nation. Enjoy low fares and live your best nonstop life when you book your flights on Allegiant.com today.
That leaf pile is 100 feet tall. Your dad can't handle this. Not without the right equipment.
Yard work piling up? Gear up for fall with John Deere. Get $750 off select mowers, $2,000 off select Gator UVs, and $3,000 off select compact tractors.
Did I hear your dad got a John Deere? Yep, bad day to be a leaf pile.
Gear up for fall at an authorized John Deere dealer, now through September 30th. Learn more at johndeere.com/gearupforfall.
Notre Dame leads by 10 again, 24-14 on top of Texas A&M with 9:43 left in the second quarter. VetTix provides free event tickets to our members of the military, veterans, first responders, and their families to thank them for their service and sacrifice. To learn more about how you can donate tickets or join, please go to vettix.org. Tony Simeone alongside the Super Bowl champion Ryan Harris. That was a fun 6-play, 75-yard drive. 2 minutes and 40 seconds come off the clock. How about the 36-yard kind of one-handed catch, kind of batted it to himself. Didn't need to be that difficult, but then made the catch, and then the last 20 yards. If you're one-on-one against Jeremiah Love, Ryan, there's not a lot of defensive backs that are going to beat him.
And Jeremiah Love went through the defensive back. C.J. Carr, that was the best football we've seen him play on that drive. He found where he needs to play And what a coincidence. I can't say coincidence. What a causation that Jeremiah Love has touched the ball now how many times? 13 times? Do they have the lead?
They have the lead.
That's what they call proximate cause in the legal field. Shout out to my law mentor, Mike Doherty.
Yeah, 13 touches for Love on 27 plays. So he's touched it on almost half the plays.
And they're winning?
Winning
That's
big.
the part you got to add. He touched it half the time, and they're winning, and they're up by 10 points. That's the formula, in case I'm not being clear enough.
3 straight scoring drives as well for Notre Dame. Touchdown, field goal, touchdown. And the field goal drive stalled inside the 5. So they have had no issue moving the ball down the field tonight against Texas A&M.
And they've been a totally different team than what showed up in Miami. You're listening at home or in your vehicle, wherever you're at, but we are watching a team that committed to winning this game last week, and it's showing tonight. And the big issue now, Leonard Moore is back on the field. I'm not crying, Tony, you are. Let's go!
Okay. Jeremiah Love's been outstanding tonight, and he is, of course, really important and fun to watch, but seeing 15 run back on the field may have been just as exciting right now. That is terrific.
We did not tell you how bad it looked on TV, and I'm so happy he's on the field.
1st and 10 for the Aggies, moving left to right from their own 25. Le'Veon Moss gets the carry and gets about a foot. Not a whole lot. They might give him the extra 2 to make it a 1-yard gain, but good stop on first down for this Notre Dame defensive line.
Hey, we called them out last week, and they're doing their job tonight. Donovan Heinisch was phenomenal on that play, making sure that not only did he eat up 2 blockers, he then shed one and got an arm in on the tackle. And guess who was in there again? Kingston Viliamu-Asa.
Donovan Heinisch out there with Elijah Hughes, the other defensive tackle right now. Tuialamaka and Botello are the ends. Reed on 2nd and 9. Throws, caught by Craver at the 35 on a slant. Takes it all the way across the 35 for a first down. 11 yards up to the 37. Christian Gray was in coverage that time. And it's going to set up another 1st and 10 for the Aggies.
I tell you what, Mario Craver is the slipperiest player I have ever seen. I mean, he can move and spin. This is a phenomenal young man who's going to have a career on Sundays.
Yeah, Craver's been impressive. 4 catches for 121. And there's still 8.5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Unreal.
Reed is in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the bottom, 1 to the top. Jamarian Morrow is the back to his left. Now he motions, empty set for Reed. And early motion up front. I think that's the right tackle again. I think it's Demetrius Crowner with his 3rd penalty.
Start. Offense, number 78. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Crowner's having a tough night. I have not been there as a tackle with 3 penalties, but even with 2, you get so tentative because now you feel like you cannot make a mistake the rest of the game and it slows you down. Advantage Notre Dame.
That gets the crowd going again. 4th penalty, 35 yards for Texas A&M Irish. They did not get penalized much until deep in the game against Miami. They have no penalties tonight. On 1st and 15, it's a run between the tackles. No, Reed keeps it actually, runs left along the far hash. Does well to pick up some yardage to get up to the 39. 7-yard pickup will get all of that yardage back from the penalty before Tay Johnson brings him down.
And Reed is not playing at 100%. He was slow to get up from that one. He got absolutely decked earlier in the game by Boubacar Traore. So he's getting tentative running the ball as well, but a dynamic player nonetheless.
Banged up a little bit last week, too, in their game against Utah State. Now he comes to the line to change the play. 2nd down and 8. 3 receivers to the bottom. Pressure coming. Tuialamaka's in pursuit. Throws incomplete. Looking for Concepcion that time. Coverage provided by Carson Hobbs as it falls to the turf and sets up 3rd down and 8.
And Kingston Viliamu-Asa made that pressure because he fired again the 2nd time tonight, perfectly timing the snap and made sure the center could not get off for Junior Tuialamaka, who ran off Reed. And I'm looking for Concepcion right now if I'm A&M, and I am triple covering him if I am Notre Dame.
Crowd is loud on 3rd and 8 from the 39. They need the 47, moving left to right. Irish lead by 10 with 7:25 to go in the second quarter. 3 receivers set as Craver motions from the bottom of the formation. Reed, clean pocket, gonna sling it downfield. It's caught. Craver at the 45 of Notre Dame, up to the 40. Drake Bowen slams him to the turf, but a big chunk play of 21 yards to get into Notre Dame territory.
Craver has never been hit that hard in his life. And looks like Christian Gray was down at the end of the play.
On the field.
Notre Dame had a very good zone. The only issue was that Christian Gray was a little too wide. I think Christian Gray is going to be okay. But when you have that, they had kind of a drop zone to the side where Concepcion and Craver were. But Drake Bowen, Craver tried to jump him, and Bowen said,
Gray is down. It looked like his left arm came across, and maybe as a result, something with his left side of his body. They'll check on him, but he's getting up and getting off the field on his own. It does take us to a timeout on the field. 7 minutes and 10 seconds are left in the second quarter, and the Irish lead by 10. They're on top of the Aggies 24-14 on the Notre Dame Radio Network, presented by Invesco QQQ.
All right, team, huddle up. Whether you're in red zone or still at the 50-yard line, it's time to call a play, and we can help. Howard Bailey Financial is the official wealth management sponsor of Notre Dame Athletics. We have a free retirement resource that you can download to gain insight on taxes, Social Security, income planning, and more. To get your free copy, just text HUDDLE to 888-262-1104. Notre Dame Athletics was compensated for this endorsement and is not a current client of Howard Bailey. For more information, please visit howardbailey.com/ending disclosure. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial securities firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things. Like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed. From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
The John Deere Gator XUV lets you cut, pack, drive, scout, weld, stack, feed, pull, load, tow, spray, and haul, all in a single day. Because with the highest cargo box volume in its class, customizable features, and a towing capacity of up to 4,000 pounds, it gets the job done. You just have to get in the seat. Learn more at your John Deere dealer or visit johndeere.com/GatorXUV.
Notre Dame leads Texas A&M 24-14 with 7:10 remaining in the second quarter. Tony Simeone alongside the Super Bowl champion Ryan Harris. Always do great stuff on the video board and on the field here, Ryan. They just honored Notre Dame's ROTC. I thought what was interesting, too, is Notre Dame's kickoff specialist and one of their backup kickers, Marcello Diametti. He made sure to run over there and get honored with them, too, in his pads and helmet and eye black, and that was pretty neat to see. He's part of the ROTC, and he's playing a prominent role on kickoff for Notre Dame.
And Diametti just going over it. You could tell all the ROTC folks were just shocked. What I love is that ROTC program is here at Notre Dame. Kept Notre Dame afloat. And I was in JROTC in high school, and a young freshman at the University of Notre Dame who wasn't playing went in to see the Navy ROTC officer about signing up. Whoever that man is, if you know him, tell him I said thank you, because he goes, maybe we should wait till your junior year. Started the next week.
Oh, boy. Love that.
And thank you to all of our servicemen and women serving across the globe.
Amen to that. 1st and 10 for the Aggies as they move left to right. Reed will fake the handoff and keep it himself. Runs across the 30. That's good for a first down and more. All the way up to the 25-yard line. They're going to give him, I think, close to 15 yards on the carry. Tate Johnson brings him down after the scamper from Reed.
Reed is very dynamic running the ball because he can go inside or outside of the tackles. And there they had a misdirection. Much of the players were going to the left, but the offensive line had the left guard pulling left to right. Wide open hole.
14-yard pickup for Reed. They spotted at the 26, so it'll be fresh set of downs with 6:25 and counting in the second. 3 receivers set, 2 backs. Reed will play fake and look to throw. Lets it rip down the far seam. It's caught inside the 5. One-on-one battle. Hobbs, the defensive back for Notre Dame, and it's Ruben Owens who brings it in for a first down to set up 1st and goal.
And this is a phenomenal play call. You have 2 kind of streaking half-crossing routes, and as soon as the defenders jumped on the first one, Reed picked the second one to Owens. Excellent play design. Tough to stop if you're Notre Dame defensively.
Marcel Reed's dealing right now. 8 for 14, 227 yards. And all these passes are vertical. He is pushing it down the field.
He's got an arm, too.
1st and goal for the Aggies, moving left to right. Moss is the back to his left. Gets the handoff, cuts inside towards the goal line. Oh, beg your pardon. I guess they play faked and threw it out incomplete.
Yep, and Leonard Moore skied high and with his right hand batted it down. He's limping, but you cannot play it better than that. Concepcion goes inside in like an expert corner. Leonard Moore, instead of turning over his shoulder trying to find it, opens up to his right shoulder to cut down the space, and that was the difference between an incompletion and 6 points. What a play, Leonard Moore.
Wow, missed that one entirely. Great pickup from Ryan there. That was a play fake, and Moore stops it. So now Moss on second goal. This time does get the carry, lunging for the goal line, and this time Le'Veon Moss is in. The Aggies refusing to go away. They have an answer every time against this Notre Dame defense. They've once again made it a one-score game. It's 24-20 with the extra point pending.
When you have a rushing quarterback, the misdirection freezes a defense, and there they kind of faked Reed motioning even after he made the handoff, but enough hesitation to create the space, and Moss gets in. And the quietest the stadium has been since the early first quarter.
Bond is back out for the extra point. Operation is clean. Kick is good. 5:32 left in the second quarter, and this is a track meet, Ryan Harris. 24-21. These offenses are not having any issue moving it against these defensive units.
And that means it's going to be a turnover at some point. One of these offenses is going to commit a turnover that will be the difference. And if you're the Notre Dame coaching staff, you say, that's great, boys, because guess what? You got track shoes on, too. Let's go.
If you're just joining us, this game started with some fireworks. Notre Dame blocked a punt, scored on the block punt, and then since then, both offenses have pretty much had their way. There was the one pick, Leonard Moore with the big interception that helped Notre Dame kind of turn the tables. That's why it's been going back and forth between a 2-score and 1-score lead from the Irish, but it kind of feels like a tennis match right now, Ryan. You got to make sure you hold serve if you're Notre Dame, because if they do get broken, Aggies could find a way to take their first lead on their next drive.
And yet they haven't all game. So ever since having the lead, the Aggies relinquished it, and Notre Dame has responded each time. And his name is Jeremiah Love.
9 plays, 75 yards, 4 minutes, 11 seconds come off the clock. Aggies put together a really impressive drive. Reed does it all with his arms and legs as Price will watch a touchback go over his head, and the Irish will start at their own 25.
And with 5 minutes and 32 seconds to go, you want to run the ball to get 2 first downs and wind down that clock so you get the 2-for-1 opportunity, because Notre Dame will start the third quarter with the football. You want to run down this clock and score.
So Notre Dame will move right to left. Ball will be at their own 25. A good opportunity, like you just mentioned with the clock. You could stack some points on top of themselves here and suddenly make this a 3-score game if it goes perfectly. But first things first, got to execute as Jadarian Price is back in the game as the running back to C.J. Carr's left. 4 receivers as Carr starts with a handoff to Price. Running right, tries to cut upfield, met in the hole and stopped. Albert Regis with help from Scooby Williams. Drill him at the line. It's going to go for no gain and set up 2nd and 10.
So what Texas A&M is doing defensively is they are putting the strength of their D-line to the tight end Eli Raridon and bringing a safety down late. Which means you have to account for that and block 5 down blocking if you're Notre Dame. They'll get to it at halftime.
2nd and 10. 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Irish lead 24-21. Carr along the near hash, claps for the football, looks left, pressure comes, rolls right, fires on the run to the far side of the field, and it's caught by K.K. Smith. Brings it in at the 35-yard line, close to the sticks. Then he's dragged back to the 32. Because he stayed on his feet, they're going to mark him out of the 32. So it's a pickup of 7, and it makes it 3rd and 3.
And the clock is running. That's the good news, too. Again, a phenomenal job. C.J. Carr looks left and then bows back into the right and makes a throw on the run. He is impressing me so much. C.J. Carr is the right guy to lead this offense.
He's 8 for 12 tonight for 119 yards, touchdown, no picks. 3 receivers to the bottom bunched for Notre Dame as they move right to left. Carr takes the snap, looks right, throws, good. Catch by Malachi Fields at the sticks and turns it up for a first down. All the way to the 40-yard line, plus some extra change out to the 42. And the Irish are able to get a new set of downs.
C.J. Carr threw that ball before Malachi Fields was out of his break. That's what they call spot throwing, and that's what they demand of NFL quarterbacks. C.J. Carr is putting on a clinic right now.
5 consecutive completions for C.J. Carr as he has the offense on the move. Now they take their time, look to the bench. 3:45 and counting here in the second. Play clock at 15. 4 receivers, ball along the far hash as the Irish go right to left. Carr takes the snap, looking, now steps up in the pocket, throws to Price, tipped and intercepted. Off of his hands and picked off. Aggies have the football back. Scooby Williams brings it in, and it's a turnover.
Looked like the ball got tipped at the line of scrimmage, and Jadarian Price couldn't come up with it. A late jump pass by C.J. Carr. He'll want to have ran that one next time he looks at it. Still a lot of time in the game, and where was the run play? Yep, tipped at the line of scrimmage as we watch the replay by Albert Regis, which just fluttered the ball enough where Jadarian Price could not get it. Heck of a play. Heck of a play, though, by A&M.
So that evens the turnover battle at 1 apiece. An interception for both teams. And now Texas A&M can do something they have not done all season, or all night, I should say. They have not led the football game.
Tony, I don't like that. That's not positive.
You're right.
Paging Boubacar Traore. Paging Boubacar Traore.
He's on the field, split to the bottom of the formation as Reed takes a shotgun snap. A&M going left to right, fires. Craver brings it into the 20. Shoved out of bounds on the far sideline by Tate Johnson at the 16-yard line. Another dart from Marcel Reed. He's slinging it right now. Chunk play, 31 yards. Aggies are in the red zone.
Marcel Reed wanted to run it, but Boubacar Traore shut off the rushing lane. And then when Reed looked back, he had Craver wide open. Not a player in the screen for Notre Dame when he caught the football.
Looks very comfortable right now as Reed has them back to the line of scrimmage. 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Craver, 6 catches, 173 yards already as Moss gets the handoff between the tackles, gets over the 10, spills forward to the 9. He's taken down by a Don Schuler who comes crashing in from his safety position, but the clock will tick. It's a 7-yard pickup, and 2nd and 3 is coming for the Aggies, trailing by just 3 here late in the second.
Bend, but don't break. If you're Notre Dame's defense and you can hold A&M to 3 points here, you still get the 2-for-1 opportunity with your offense in a 2-minute drill.
Aggies inside the 10, 2nd down and 3. Ball spotted at the 9-yard line of Notre Dame. Moss is the back to Reed's left. 2 receivers left, 1 to his right. Reed now motions a tight end with 2:15 and counting here in the second. He's going to hand it off to Moss. Cuts inside, gets up to the 5-yard line. Traore brings him down. It's going to be enough for a first down, and it's going to take us all the way to the 2-minute mark and the 2-minute timeout.
2-minute parlay.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
Parlay.
Okay, so we have got an intriguing football game on our hands right now. The Texas A&M faithful, you can hear them. They're making some noise, and they have good reason for it. They are knocking on the doorstep of tying or possibly taking the lead before halftime. 1st and goal coming for the Aggies with 2 minutes to go in half number 1. It's the Irish 24, the Aggies 21. You're listening to the Notre Dame Radio Network presented by Invesco QQQ.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
Fighting Irish fans, choose Chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose Chill even better. Coors Light is a proud partner of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose Chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado beer. minutes left in the opening half between Notre Dame and Texas A&M. The Irish lead by 3, 24-21. Tony Simeone alongside Ryan Harris. Aggies have a chance here to possibly tie or take the lead. Be interesting to see how both coaches use timeouts. Both teams have 2 timeouts. But right now, Ryan, the story for the Aggies is Marcel Reed. I mean, he is 9 for 16 in the game, has thrown for 258 yards in the half. 1 touchdown, 1 bad throw and a pick, but it's been impressive to watch him push it downfield. His career high is 361 in the Texas Bowl 2 years ago. Last year, though, when he got some regular starts deep in the season, basically, started the most games for the Aggies, he never threw for more than 297 in a game. He's approaching that here in the first half tonight. He's been really impressive for them.
What can receivers do for you? They can make you a different quarterback, and that's really the difference. Marcel Reed's throwing to Mario Craver, and KC Concepcion.
Yep.
Both of those players, when I say they have speed, it is lightning speed, and they are so fast. They've been wide open on 5 different catches, as I counted them, where no one was within 5 yards when they caught the ball.
To your point, they have 8 of the 9 receptions. Craver has 6 for 173. Concepcion has 2 for 61. And now, out of the timeout, we'll see what the play calls look like. And we'll see if Notre Dame uses timeouts down here to get the ball back. Again, they have the ball to start the second half. I think Marcus Freeman would like to be greedy and try to score twice. They'll run it to Owens on 1st and goal from the 4. Pushes the pile forward to about the 2. And now a flag comes out. A helmet came off from Concepcion in the end zone. I think this is going to go against Notre Dame.
And if it is, this is insane, because Jeremiah Love's had his helmet off 3 times in this game, including 1 helmet-to-helmet that wasn't called. So if you're Marcus Freeman, you're saying you better call it both ways if you're going to make that call. Unbelievable.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 6. Half the distance to the goal, automatic, first down. Number 7 of the offense may remain in the game due to the foul.
First penalty of the night for Notre Dame, and it comes against Christian Gray.
I think you're going to get a little bit of hands to the face, but really what it was KC Concepcion started blocking him and trying to drive him into the ground, and Christian Gray pulled up, and when that happened, his hand got caught on the face mask. Nothing you can do about it.
It actually did look fairly unintentional. Rarely the helmet doesn't come off unintentionally, but I think his hand really did get caught in there. Immediately his hands went up, but unfortunately it's 1st and goal from the 1. Clock is ticking. 1:40 and counting. Reed is in no rush. Play clock's at 12. Now it's down to 10. Going to take his time. Moss is in a pistol formation behind him. Mike Elko's walking down the sideline. Is Reed going to snap it, or are they going to call timeout? Yeah, I think that's smart. I think that they maybe caught Notre Dame's staff a little flat-footed, not quite aware that the clock would restart on the penalty call, which it does. So they take it down to 1:27. They don't want to give them any extra time. Now the question is, I mean, you got to get in the end zone, but in a perfect world for A&M, they get stopped a couple times and burn those timeouts. If you're Notre Dame and you get a stop, I think you got to use your timeouts here to keep that clock on your side.
Also, Texas A&M just flinched. You do that because you don't want C.J. Carr to have more time. Mike Elko is seeing what I'm seeing, and he does not want C.J. Carr out there a minute longer than he has to be, and that's why you call that timeout that way.
Good chess match happening here between the coaches. So 1 timeout left for Texas A&M. For Notre Dame, you obviously want to try to get a stop and keep this to 3 points if you can.
You mean a turnover or a stop.
A stop.
There you go.
But, quite frankly, if you told me now they're going to score a touchdown, you'd rather have it happen now than after you burn 2 timeouts.
To your point, Charlie Weiss had this play for us, for our defense when he was here. It was called open gate, meaning let him score, we want the ball.
Moss is in the pistol behind Reed. Goal line formation. Nobody split wide. It'll be a run to Moss. Running left. Hit in the backfield. At the line of scrimmage. Trying to push. He won't get there. Down at the 1. Marcus Freeman does what we expect. Runs on the field and calls timeout with 1:19 left on the clock.
They're going to push the clock back up, I think, to 1:22.
Timeout. Notre Dame. They're second of the half.
Okay, so
40 seconds in length.
1 timeout remaining. Adon Schuler was able to get credit for the tackle. Good work up front by Notre Dame to push them back, but again, you want to stop them, I think, here. You can get it out. You can get off the field and force them to settle for a field goal, or maybe come up empty is ideal. But in some ways, if they can get in, this does help Texas A&M's cause right now.
Well, either way now, because of that walk-down timeout by Texas A&M, even if Notre Dame gets a stop here and they use their last timeout, it's going to be third down, and whether or not they get in the end zone, A&M's going to be able to run out this clock.
But you still have a chance here, possibly if you stop them for no gain, maybe drive them back. Suddenly then, the points aren't such a sure thing. It's second and goal from the 1. The clock reads 1:22 remaining in the opening half. Each team with one timeout. Excellent math.
I do know football.
24-21, Notre Dame leads in what's been a very eventful and entertaining opening half of play. Personnel change. There's one receiver to the top of the formation for Concepcion. Everybody else bunched tight to the formation for Reed between the hashes. Moss, they'll fake the handoff. Reed rolling left. He'll keep it himself, and he's drilled at the line of scrimmage. Drake Bowen punishes him. No gain. Third and goal upcoming.
Incredible play.
Notre Dame, their third and final of the half.
What made this play was a Don Schuler staying on Nate Berkshire to stay on him long enough to make Reed want to run the ball. And the second he did, Schuler peeled off, and then Drake Bowen, for the second time today, said, "No, you're not, and you're going to feel me for the next 2 weeks." Ooh, that made me hurt.
Drake Bowen, a captain, 78 tackles last year. Did not have his best stuff against Miami. He has shown up emphatically tonight. And now, as we talked about, you're out of timeouts. Marcus Freeman called it. 1:14 left. But third and goal now from the 1. If you're Notre Dame, you definitely take this. If you can find a way to stop them here, then you force Mike Elko to make a huge decision on whether or not he goes for it or settles for 3. This is a huge third down call.
And either way, if you're A&M, you're running the ball here to give yourself options without time for the opponent. But this might be the ball game here early in the second quarter, or late in the second quarter.
This formation looks similar, just inverted. Concepcion now all the way to the wide side of the field, which is the bottom. Direct snap to Moss, runs between the tackles for the goal line, spins, and he's in. Oh, they hit him behind the line, and Moss did well. Drove the feet, plowed forward, and the Aggies, for the first time all game, have the lead. 27-24 with 1:11 to go in the second quarter.
You still got a lot of time if you're Notre Dame. 1:11, you can get about 8 to 10 plays in depending on where the catches are. Offensive line has to block with the outside hand. And defensively, I mean, they protected 2 yards of enough space there for 3 straight plays. You got to be happy with the way your defense is playing. And you have to be okay with success on the other side. They got NIL money too, right? They got scholarships too. They're going to make plays. Time to play ball.
Well, this is now 2 consecutive weeks, though, to start the year, that the opponent's going to get to 27 or more points against Notre Dame, which Notre Dame did not see a lot of teams get past that 30-point threshold last year. In fact, it was just Ohio State that got above 30 in that title game. Otherwise, they kept it below 30, only allowed 15 points per game on the season.
Well, you also have the best defensive player in college football for 2 straight years.
Yep.
I mean, it's going to have an impact on your defense. Dr. Watts is now in the NFL.
Making an impact already, too, huh, with the Falcons? Good start for his career. Great to see. So 28-24, 1:11 left. And again, A&M, you know, if they could have picked, that's how it goes. They made Notre Dame burn their 2 timeouts, and then they still get in. So it could have been 1:20 with 2 timeouts for Notre Dame. Instead, it's 1:11 with no timeouts. But with the college clock rules, as you know, plenty of time. I'm actually quite excited to see how C.J. Carr handles this clock.
And he wants the 2-minute drill. Quarterback's favorite time to play quarterback is in the 2-minute.
Price watches this kick travel over his head out of the end zone, and the Irish will get a chance here. They have not trailed until this moment tonight, and they're going to start at their own 25. They're going to go right to left, trailing by 4, any kind of points. You'd love a touchdown, but even 3 gives you a nice boost going into the locker room with the ball coming back to you when you start the second half.
And what I do here, if I'm Notre Dame, I start with empty, and then I bring Jeremiah Love into the formation. I start this drive with a run. You want to start a 2-minute drill with a positive play. None more positive than handing it to Jeremiah Love.
Love is the back to Carr's right. 4 receivers, 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top as the Irish go right to left. Carr takes the shotgun snap, looks left, now looks back right, throwing for Fields, catches, and gets out of bounds. A flag came in deep in the secondary as he made the catch. For now, it's a 6-yard completion. Clock stops with 1:04. The back referee is going to come all the way in, 30 yards behind the play for this call. It's maybe defensive holding deep downfield, but I didn't see it.
Holding. Defense. Number 4. 10-yard penalty. First downs.
And how about that? You get a reception and you were held. I mean, what tremendous work by Malachi Fields. He is so strong that he got pulled while he tried to get out of the break, and then he caught the ball.
So it gets him up to the 35, and the clock stops. 1:04 on the clock as Carr takes the snap. Here comes a blitz. They pick it up. Carr going to take a shot downfield. He's got Reardon. Catches at the 40 of Texas A&M. 58 seconds left, and there's an Aggie slow to get up. Oh. Bryce Anderson slow to get up at the 40-yard line.
Oh, no. He is frozen in the turf.
Timeout on the field due to player injury.
That throw by C.J. Carr is what you call putting the feather in the cap. Touch, accuracy, first down.
So a great throw and catch, 25 yards from Carr to Reardon, but right now the concern is for Anderson, who was near the play, near the hit on Reardon, and he has not gotten up yet.
This is scary. This is not what anybody wants to see.
This is a guy who's a senior. He's actually Texas football defensive player of the year as a high school player. He's been a really big part of this Texas A&M defense for a few years. Free safety is right now being tended to.
And the problem is he has not flipped over onto his back. He was on his stomach, and he's staying on his stomach. Really praying for this young man right now.
Okay, we're going to take a break right now as they are tending to Bryce Anderson on the field. And we'll step aside. Notre Dame trails Texas A&M. Aggies lead 28-24. 58 seconds are left in the second quarter. You're listening to the Notre Dame Radio Network, presented by Invesco QQQ.
Woohoo! Hear that? That's what having fewer hot flashes and night sweats can sound like. Veoza is the #1 prescribed hormone-free treatment FDA approved for moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms, also known as hot flashes and night sweats, due to menopause. Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to Veoza.com. That's VEOZAH.com.
28-24 right now is the score. Texas A&M over Notre Dame with 58 seconds left in the second quarter. Bryce Anderson, veteran senior safety, still on the field for the Aggies. They're tending to him. Both the Texas A&M and Notre Dame medical staffs are closely monitoring him at the 40-yard line. He's face down, has not moved much since the hit to Eli Reardon. And they do have a stretcher on the field, which is what you don't want to see. Obviously, this is kind of the thing in the back of your head always when you're out here, Ryan, you're playing football. You don't ever want to see this. And unfortunately, right now, it's Bryce Anderson that's on the field that everyone's really thinking about and hoping for the best.
Well, you actually don't have it in the back of your mind because you wouldn't play the game, right? And that's what terrifies you as a player, and is all of a sudden, I mean, things are going on. This is an amazing game, and now you're worried somebody, has a brutal injury that I don't know if you were able to describe it. It's not the kind of hit any parent would want to see their child go through, and it's something that unfortunately can happen in the game, and just tough to watch. And again, I hope his family is here, and if they're not here, they are freaking out right now. And can't blame him.
You've said multiple times that being injured on the road is, whether it's pro or college, is really unnerving for the player and for the family because you might not be in the same spot, right?
And great coaches in both college and pro make sure that they can call the family members. So somebody on the sidelines for Texas A&M has a list of all the family members' phone numbers, and no doubt once they get into the locker room are going to update them on their son's health. Again, the medical staff, you've got both teams right now, for what it's worth, on their respective sidelines on a knee. Got some A&M players in prayer right now. Medical staff obviously doing everything they want to make sure they're extremely cautious here. You will see them, bring a stretcher out, do everything they can to make sure it's a stable situation, because sometimes these moments are the most important ones. So you hope in this case that they're being extremely cautious. That's why we're seeing all of this with a stretcher and a cart on the field right now, but still waiting to see him up and on that stretcher. And as you said, as every minute goes by that you haven't seen him up and on the stretcher, you just get more and more concerned, unfortunately. And one of the other things that's happening right now is the medical staff for Texas A&M and Notre Dame are coordinating, literally bringing the ambulance. They're backing up an ambulance right now to come down the tunnel, so it's less of a distance for the player to go. And it's a lot of coordination that happens now. And then if you're Notre Dame, you got to get back into a drive and try and score.
Okay, so A&M's got their whole team on the field right now. Obviously, neither team is probably in a great headspace at this moment, but certainly Texas A&M right now is going to be, they have to come together at this moment.
And we're 58 seconds away from halftime, and one of the eerie things that happens in the situation, you go back, that player's locker is still there, his stuff is still there. Tough moment for Texas A&M.
Okay, we're going to take another break as they work on this situation with Bryce Anderson right now. You just really hate to see what's happening on the field, and we will continue to think of him as we go to this break. Notre Dame trails 28-24. 58 seconds left in the second quarter as they work on Bryce Anderson on the Notre Dame Radio Network.
The John Deere Gator XUV lets you cut, pack, drive, scout, weld, stack, feed, pull, load, tow, spray, and haul, all in a single day. Because with the highest cargo box volume in its class, customizable features, and a towing capacity of up to 4,000 pounds, it gets the job done. You just have to get in the seat. Learn more at your John Deere dealer or visit johndeere.com/GatorXUV.
He's got the speed. He's got room. He's going to score.
No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM College Sports Radio.
For the win. Got it. Let's go.
Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go.
Deep to center field. Oh, it's gone.
Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Back here inside Notre Dame Stadium, Tony Simeone with Ryan Harris, as we are still looking on anxiously as Bryce Anderson, the defensive back for Texas A&M, is being tended to by both medical staffs at the 40-yard line near the Notre Dame sideline. You can tell this stadium, everyone here, the tenor has changed. Everyone in the building kind of watching on with probably the same thought, hoping everything is going to be okay. And in these moments, that's kind of, when you're in this position, all you can do is hope that everything's going to be okay for Bryce Anderson. As you said, the hit didn't look great when we saw the replay. Went in for a tackle on Eli Raridon, who made the catch. You hear the applause now as they get him on a stretcher.
I think Mike Elko just said to his team he's going to be okay. And we hope that is the case for Bryce Anderson and his family watching wherever they are.
We'll keep a close eye on all the social media, obviously. We'll try to stay in close contact with all the Texas A&M communication personnel here and hopefully have an update, ideally positive, whenever we can give one. But I imagine, too, everyone's going to be very conservative and cautious with this entire process. And again, I do want to stress, they have him on a stretcher. They're getting him ready for a cart. As you said, I imagine they're going to get him into that tunnel and then take him wherever he needs to go immediately. But whatever was just executed there by the both medical staffs, they have a procedure that they follow to make sure they're operating out of an abundance of caution generally. As you heard Mike, as you read the lips, if he's saying he's okay, you're hoping that maybe, again, all of this, which is very concerning and scary, you're hoping that it's because it's primarily a cautious move, but they have him on a stretcher, they have him stabilized, and they're going to take him off the field.
And the good news is they were able to turn him over. They won't do that if they're concerned about a higher level injury. So very good, and we just got the thumbs up, and you can hear the crowd screaming relief. So happy to see that thumbs up for Bryce Anderson.
Well, that's huge. That's a great first sign. Thumbs up, and gets a lot of applause. He's going to go out of the tunnel in front of the Notre Dame student section.
And now if you're Texas A&M, you're saying we're winning this one for Bryce.
Yep.
And if you're Notre Dame, you're saying we're going to finish this drive and score. We're glad he's okay and gave the thumbs up.
Let's see. Now, this play is always so interesting. The first play after the injury, there is the ambulance in the tunnel they're taking him towards, and they'll get him where he needs to go as fast as possible.
And you do need a slight second before you go back out there if you're Notre Dame saying, hey, terrible what happened. Focus on what we're calling here next. This is the play.
Okay, clock winds at 58 seconds as C.J. Carr is going to swing it out looking for Love, and it's incomplete. That's maybe the least surprising result I've seen all night. It didn't look like, quite frankly, anybody was ready to go. See if they can wind it back up for this next play. 53 seconds left. Second down and 10 for Notre Dame with the ball at the 40-yard line of Texas A&M.
Well, I love the play call. It was a double screen, one to the right, one to the left. When they watch the film, C.J. Carr will have wanted to go right. But still plenty of time. Time to score.
Second and 10, ball moving right to left for Notre Dame. It's spotted far hash for Carr. 4 receivers as Love motions out of the backfield. He'll look left. Carr now swings it out to Love, catches behind the line. Now stutter steps at the 40, puts his head down. Remember, no timeouts. Gets up to the 35. Clock runs. Going to give him a 5-yard pickup. 40 seconds and counting. Notre Dame's on the move. 3rd and 5. Clock's at 35 seconds. Carr along the near hash. Claps for the football. Looks to throw. Looking left. Pressure comes and he's sacked. Goes backwards. He's going to be taken down at the 44-yard line. Maybe the 43. Yeah, loss of 8. Clock ticks. They can't bring the field goal team out. Now a whistle comes in. No, they let them play. 15 seconds left. They got to run a play here. But it's going to have to maybe be, they might take it to the locker room here. They might have to take it. They snap the football. The ball's on the turf. Love has to jump on it, but the clock stops with 5 seconds, and Texas A&M can take over at the Notre Dame 46-yard line, and they can try to take one shot at the end zone.
The problem there is if you're not running a play, let the offensive line know that. The first issue actually is you need to run a play for the end zone. You got 10 seconds. Let's go. This is the second time in consecutive games where Notre Dame has effectively kneeled the ball, and Jeremiah Love just saved a touchdown. That was a scoop and score. Because and what happened was C.J. Carr, as he was walking away, clapped his hands. And that's why they snapped the ball.
Great point.
You didn't tell the offensive line you weren't running a play, and then your quarterback clapped his hands walking away, and they snapped the ball.
That's a great catch by you. He kind of clapped his hands in frustration. They thought it was a snap count, and they snapped it. Now 6 seconds. A&M has 1 timeout. They're at Notre Dame's 46. I mean, they can be thinking, I do not like this prevent here. They can throw it to the far sideline and get out of bounds in plenty of time to set up an easier field goal. Notre Dame's got 7 defensive backs beyond the 20-yard line. You're going to give up a 10-yard out if you want. Moss is going to run it between the tackles. They get him down to the 35. Timeout's coming. The clock runs down to zeros. I thought Texas A&M got the timeout in time. What are the officials going to say?
Well, A&M saying we had 1 second left.
This late-game defensive approach, you can't do that and concede those yards for this field goal try.
Especially with the way A&M's been running the ball.
Please reset the game clock to 2 seconds.
And they called timeout. They're going to get a field goal try here. I think that was a complete miss. They were playing against the Hail Mary. They gave him those yards.
Well, an excellent execution by Texas A&M. Hey, they're going to expect a deep pass. Let's run the ball, get down. And what they tell Moss before he goes down is watch the clock and get down before it strikes 0.
So it's going to be a 53-yard try for Randy Bond. Between the hashes, kicking left to right, his career long is 55. Oh, this would be unbelievable. I will point out, Jaden Greathouse is in the end zone to return a potential short kick. Bond can make this a 7-point game. Drives it end over end on its way, and it is wide to the left. So the Irish catch a break late in the half, but Texas A&M is going to take the lead into the locker room, and Notre Dame will not be happy with how they finished that final drive.
You got a full half to go, and C.J. Carr and the offense are going to get on the same page, and defensively, Leonard Moore is healthy. And outside of a couple of big explosive plays by A&M, you've been playing your tail off. This is college football.
Halftime in South Bend, a very entertaining game. And again, we do hope that we can get a good update on Bryce Anderson soon. Aggies lead 28-24 at half in South Bend. Let's go back to Johnny Soper for the Notre Dame halftime report presented by Invesco QQQ.
All right, Tony, thank you very much. Coming up after the break, we'll get you all the highlights from the first half, plus stats, scores from other games, and Ryan Harris's thoughts on the first 30 minutes of play. That's coming up after this on the Notre Dame Radio Network, presented by Invesco QQQ.
Bank anytime and anywhere with Credit Union One, the official banking partner of Notre Dame Athletics. Manage your money easily with CU1's free checking account that offers no monthly fees, convenient digital banking, a highly rated mobile app, and access to more than 90,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide. Plus, you can show your Irish pride every time you pay with one of 3 Notre Dame debit card designs. View full disclosures at cu1.com/free checking. Federally insured by NCUA. Go Irish.
You've got to watch your NFL team every Sunday, and Verizon's got you covered for all your team's out-of-market games every Sunday afternoon. Come on! From kickoff to sign-off, from first downs and touchdowns to turnovers, and overturned plays.
After review, the pass was incomplete.
Nice! Let's go! This season, win every Sunday with Verizon. Get a great deal on NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV, and a new phone. Excludes digital-only games. Terms and embargoes apply.
No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM College Sports Radio.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go.
Deep to center field! Oh, it's gone!
Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
There are a lot of reasons Teeling Irish Whiskey is the official Irish whiskey of Notre Dame fans. As the recipient of more than 500 international awards, we know what it takes to win. We're small batch, but big on flavor, so we know you don't have to be the biggest to be the best. And like Notre Dame, we believe in excellence, progress, and pride. So when you're cheering the Fighting Irish, make sure you have some Teeling to share, because it's not just Irish whiskey, it's the official Irish whiskey partner of Notre Dame fans. Drink responsibly.
Welcome to Halftime on the Notre Dame Radio Network. Your complete first half recap is coming up as we send you inside our network studio. Here's Johnny Soper.
Halftime at Notre Dame Stadium in the 2025 home opener, and Texas A&M leads the Irish 28-24. Today's first half highlights are brought to you by Dick's Sporting Goods, the official sporting goods retailer of Notre Dame Athletics. Notre Dame won the toss, elected to defer. A&M got the ball first. They got 1 first down and then were set back by a holding penalty, and they set up a punt and the first big play of the game.
Jordan Faison set to return. He's standing at the Irish 22. Oh, the kick is blocked! Blocked to the 20. Loose ball. Picked up with the 15. The Irish will score! Touchdown, Notre Dame! Tay Johnson picked it up, and he's in for 6. Special teams does it again!
Big start for the Irish. They didn't force a turnover against Miami. They got 1 in the very first series tonight. It was Katy, Texas's own Logan Thomas who got a hand on it. Tay Johnson took it in. 7-0 Notre Dame in the blink of an eye. Aggies' second possession, not a whole lot better than their first. They went 3 and out. And that was really the last time that you didn't see much offense going on in this game. Notre Dame's first possession began at their own 28. They got to the 45, but they couldn't convert 3rd and 1. And then A&M got the ball back at their own 10 and scored in 2 plays. 2 missed tackles from Notre Dame's defense allowed Texas A&M's Mario Craver to go 86 yards to the house, tie the game at 7 apiece with 10:14 to play in the first quarter. The Irish responded with a 75-yard touchdown scoring drive, set up by a 43-yard connection from C.J. Carr to Eli Raridan. Jadarian Price got to punch it in from 7 yards out, made it 14-7 Notre Dame. Ensuing Aggies possession began at their own 20 and ended 2 plays later.
So it'll be the 11th play of the game for Texas A&M. Reed out of the shotgun, play fakes, looks left, throws one-on-one. Leonard Moore's there, and it's intercepted! Wow! No-fly zone when 15 is in the area code, picks it off, and the Irish will take over in plus territory.
I can't believe what I just saw.
3rd career interception for Leonard Moore, set up terrific field position for Notre Dame at the plus 42-yard line. The Irish took it to the 2-yard line, but they could not take full advantage of the turnover. They were forced to settle for a 22-yard field goal from Noah Burnett, extended the lead to 17-7 at the start of the second quarter. A&M responded with 5 plays, 75 yards of their own, touchdown scoring drive. Notre Dame defensive back Leonard Moore exited that series with an injury, and A&M targeted his backup, Mark Zachary IV, with a couple of big pass plays to KC Concepcion, and that set up a Le'Veon Moss 1-yard touchdown run to make it 17-14 Notre Dame. Ensuing possession for the Irish featured a whole lot of love. It was a 6-play, 75-yard touchdown scoring drive. 4 of those 6 plays going to Jeremiah Love, including this 36-yard touchdown reception.
Ball spotted far hash as they go right to left. Faison in motion from the bottom of the formation on 1st and 10. Carr looking on a wheel route. Love's wide open. Catch to the 20. He's inside the 10 for the goal line. Touchdown! C.J. Carr to Jeremiah Love. 36 yards, and the Irish re-extend the lead.
Longest reception of Jeremiah Love's career made the score Notre Dame 24 and A&M 14 with 9:43 to play in the half. But then the Aggies punched right back, and they really got a lot of momentum after that touchdown from Love. A 9-play, 75-yard touchdown scoring drive. Another Le'Veon Moss short yard carry to punch it in, make it 24-21 with 5:32 to play in the first half. And then A&M forced their first Notre Dame turnover, a C.J. Carr interception that was tipped and picked off by Scooby Williams, gave the Aggies the ball back at the plus 47-yard line, and Le'Veon Moss scored his 3rd touchdown of the night from 1 yard out a little later on to give Texas A&M their first lead of the game, 28-24 with 1:11 to play in the first half. Irish with enough time to do something with it before the half was over, but they could not. There was an extensive delay for an injury timeout. Notre Dame wound up actually on 4th down. It was C.J. Carr clapping in frustration. The center snapped the ball, and luckily Jeremiah Love realized it, was able to fall on it. Texas A&M actually set up a 52-yard field goal attempt for Randy Bond just before the half, and it was wide left. So Notre Dame does get the ball back coming out of halftime. It's 28-24 Aggies. We'll get you stats and scores from other games when we come back. This is Fighting Irish Football.
Hey Valley fans, it's Scott at Bobcat. Coach Mo and staff have this year's team prepped and ready for another great season. Keep that Cub Cadet, X-Mark, and Bobcat prepped and ready for whatever fall has in store for us with a service at Bobcat of Warsaw. That way your machine is ready to react and perform just like these young men on the field. Let's fill those bleachers with the green and gold and cheer these young men on for another great season. Bobcat of Warsaw is a proud sponsor of Death Valley Football. Booyah!
As we all live longer, age is really just a number, but retirement is so much more than one. Hi, I'm Matt Swartz, your Syracuse Edward Jones financial advisor, and I want to know what retirement means to you. Together, we can look at the big picture and make a strategy to help you reach your goals. Because you can't prepare for the unexpected if you don't know where you're headed. Call me at 574-457-0225 or visit edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Unfortunately, the end of the boat season is coming sooner than any of us want. But now is the time to visit Splendor Boats in Warsaw for all off-season boating services. Indoor, safe, and clean boat storage, winterization, and shrink wrapping. Repower your boat by replacing or upgrading its engine. Splendor Boats can also change the look of your pontoon by replacing that old carpet flooring with new marine-grade vinyl. Plus, redo your boat's furniture and canvas tops with their canvas and upholstery department. Be ready to go next spring. Splendor Boats, a small family business for big family fun.
Is your kitchen or bath outdated? Are you wanting to upgrade with a more elegant style? Having problems choosing the right tile for your space? If that's the case, it's time to call Seamless Tiling Company, serving the Michiana area with 20 years of certified experience. Custom showers, you bet. Kitchen floors, gotcha. Backsplashes, oh yeah. Your dreams are just one call away. Follow Seamless Tiling Company on Facebook and Instagram, or call 574-315-6515. That's 315-6515 for your free quote today. Seamless Tiling Company.
Now back to Fighting Irish Football on 107.3 WRSW.
Texas A&M leads the Irish. Johnny Soper with you inside our Notre Dame Radio Network studios. First half stats look like this. About 328 yards for the Aggies on offense, 258 of those through the air. For Notre Dame, 218 total yards, 59 on the ground, and 159 through the air. The Irish got to find a way to stop Mario Craver and KC Concepcion. 173 yards on 6 catches for Craver. 61 yards on 2 catches for Concepcion. Jeremiah Love for Notre Dame, the leading rusher, 10 carries, 43 yards. Jadarian Price, 6 carries, 35 yards. For the quarterback, CJ Carr is 11 of 17 for 159 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Marcel Reed, 9 of 16, 258 yards in the first half, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Quick check on scores around the country. 21st ranked Texas Tech leads Oregon State 45-14. That game actually just went final. In the Horseshoe, top-ranked Ohio State leads Ohio 30-9, 12:40 to play in the ball game. 9th-ranked Illinois beating Western Michigan 31-0 with 13 minutes 25 seconds to play in the game. 17th-ranked Ole Miss leads Arkansas 38-28 with 22 seconds to play in the third quarter. 3rd-ranked LSU leads Florida 13-10 with just over 13 minutes to play in the third quarter. And Vanderbilt leads 11th-ranked South Carolina 14-7 with 12:53 to play in the third quarter. True Blood Real Estate, proud to be an official partner of Notre Dame Athletics. Buying or selling a home, trust the local experts at True Blood. With top agents, advanced technology, and a new office opening steps from campus, True Blood Real Estate has you covered. Visit truebloodre.com. 28-24, Texas A&M leads Notre Dame. Back with Ryan Harris's first half thoughts on the Notre Dame Radio Network, presented by Invesco QQQ.
Are you ready for your next escape? Experience the excitement at 4 Winds South Bend. Relax at 4 Winds South Bend Hotel with 317 luxurious rooms and suites. Dine at one of 5 award-winning restaurants, including Copper Rock Steakhouse, Kankakee Grill, and Edgewater Cafe. Plus, unwind and enjoy the serenity with a massage, facial, and more at Cedar Spa. 4 Winds South Bend Hotel and Spa. Your escape from the everyday.
Guinness and Notre Dame both have a long history of grit and determination. It's how a university in Indiana became a global icon in sports. It's how a brewer from Ireland created one of the world's most legendary beers. Through the pursuit of excellence, honoring tradition, and staying true to a unique spirit, Guinness and Notre Dame always rise to the top. Cheers to another great season of Notre Dame football. Here come the Irish. Guinness Draft Stout, the official beer of Notre Dame alumni and fans. Please enjoy responsibly. Imported by Diageo Beer Company, USA, New York, New York.
Vanity Fair calls BritBox a delicious streamer. Collider says everyone should be watching. Catch Britain's next best series with BritBox. Stream acclaimed new originals like Code of Silence.
You read lips, right?
And Lindley, based on the best-selling mystery series.
Say hi, Lindley. Take it from here.
And don't miss the new season of Karen Piri, coming this October.
You don't look like police. I'll take that as a compliment.
See it differently when you stream the best of British TV with BritBox. Watch with a free trial today.
Did you know that just one sunburn can double your risk of melanoma? Protecting your skin is your best game day defense against UV damage, premature aging, and melanoma. As the proud sunscreen sponsor of Notre Dame Athletics, Marini Skin Solutions delivers advanced sun protection and proven skincare solutions for your top concerns. Because you deserve the best on and off the field. Visit MariniSkinSolutions.com to learn more and try our free virtual AI skin analysis tool to identify solutions to help transform your skin. Fear the Irish, not the sun.
Whether it's day or night, hot flashes due to menopause can be unpredictable. That's why there's Veoza, a prescription treatment proven to reduce the number and severity of hot flashes day and night that can start working in as early as 1 week. Based on clinical studies measuring efficacy at 4 and 12 weeks, individual results may vary. Talk to your healthcare provider about what this may mean for you. For moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms or hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause, Veoza can cause serious side effects including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to Veoza.com. That's VEOZAH.com.
28-24, the halftime score at Notre Dame Stadium. Texas A&M leads the Irish. Johnny Soper with you inside our Notre Dame Radio Network studios. Let's go out to the booth and bring in Ryan Harris. A lot of fireworks in the first half, Ryan, but I want to zero in on Notre Dame's secondary. They're just getting carved up right now. 258 passing yards in the first half. They got to clean that up.
Well, it starts with bracketing the receivers, and what that means is you're going to make the tight ends beat you, right? I mean, make Nate Berkshire beat you. Make Kalani Armstrong beat you. They're letting the best players for A&M do what they want. So that when bracket means put a defender underneath and a defender over top on two players, Mario Craver and KC Concepcion. I'm telling you, Johnny, KC Concepcion is just brimming to get a big play. And that man-to-man, that can work. But let's get some help until we can get a big lead here.
On offense, they've definitely gone on the ground a little bit more tonight. But C.J. Carr with 11 of 17 in the first half. What do you like from the Notre Dame offense?
I love everything I've seen, especially the play calling and the commitment to the run. Now, it's also time to finish drives. So if you're C.J. Carr, you're feeling positive. I mentioned on the broadcast, he's throwing to the shoulder to tell receivers which way to turn. I mean, he is elite. But outside of outside of the trick play and a nice pass deep down the line, you really haven't stretched the field. I would like them to stretch the field a little more, even one shot to scare the defense. And oh, by the way, happy that he's healthy. But Bryce Anderson was leading the game in tackles, and he's out now. So time to start attacking that secondary.
28-24 is the halftime score. The Aggies lead. Back after this on the Notre Dame Radio Network, presented by Invesco QQQ.
That leaf pile is 100 feet tall. Your dad can't handle this. Not without the right equipment.
Yard work piling up? Gear up for fall with John Deere. Get $750 off select mowers, $2,000 off select Gator UVs, and $3,000 off select compact tractors.
Did I hear your dad got a John Deere? Yep, bad day to be a leaf pile.
Gear up for fall at an authorized John Deere dealer, now through September 30th. Learn more at johndeere.com/gearupforfall.
O'Reilly. Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
There are a lot of reasons Teeling Irish Whiskey is the official Irish whiskey of Notre Dame fans. As the recipient of more than 500 international awards, we know what it takes to win. We're small batch, but big on flavor, so we know you don't have to be the biggest to be the best. And like Notre Dame, we believe in excellence, progress, and pride. So when you're cheering the Fighting Irish, make sure you have some Teeling to share, because it's not just Irish whiskey, it's the official Irish whiskey partner of Notre Dame fans. Drink responsibly.
Woohoo! Hear that? That's what having fewer hot flashes and night sweats can sound like. Veoza is the #1 prescribed hormone-free treatment FDA approved for moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms, also known as hot flashes and night sweats, due to menopause. Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to veoza.com. That's VEOZAH.com.
Get paid sooner with Credit Union One, the official banking partner of Notre Dame Athletics. Simply open a CU1 free checking account, set up direct deposit, and get ready for an early payday. Plus, you'll be able to show your Irish pride every time you pay with one of 3 Notre Dame debit card designs. It's your money. Get access to it sooner. View full disclosure and open an account online today at cu1.com/free checking. Federally insured by NCUA. Go Irish.
Johnny Sober with you inside our network studios. 28-24 the score. Texas A&M leads the Irish as we start the second half. 2025 will mark a monumental milestone in our nation's history as we celebrate the 250th birthday of the United States Marine Corps. Since 1775, Marines have fought for our country and defended our freedoms with unwavering honor, courage, and commitment. Please join the Marine Corps Heritage Foundation in honoring the United States Marine Corps and celebrating their extraordinary contributions to our nation's past, present, and future. Happy 250th birthday, Marines. I'll talk to you all after the game. Let's go back out to the booth for the second half and join Tony and Ryan.
Thanks, Johnny. Hope we're talking to you after a Notre Dame win, which is not a certainty by any means right now. The Irish trail 28-24 as we get set to start the second half. Ryan Harris, this is going to be a very important opening drive of the second half because Notre Dame led for 29 minutes in half number 1, and then they did not go into the locker room with much momentum. You feel like Mike Denbrock's going to be calling his best plays right now.
I do, and he has a lot of plays to choose from. A lot of players have popped. I think we're looking at a career night for Eli Raridon in reception yards. Jeremiah Love has not looked this good ever, and he's still been one of the best running backs in the nation throughout his entire career at Notre Dame. And then defensively, you just got to stop the big play, and I would bracket the receivers and have the linebackers drop back more. The linebackers have kind of been coming up. Either you're rushing that pass or drop back into the zone, stay between the hashes.
Randy Bond has it on a tee, kicking right to left. Low kick. Might be playable for Jadarian Price. No. Gets out of his reach just inside the near pylon. It'll be a touchback, and the Irish will start at their 25. To your point, Jeremiah Love, 10 carries, 43 yards. He also leads the Irish in receptions, 4 catches for 50 yards, and it resulted in a touchdown on that one catch down the far sideline. So you figure more of Jeremiah Love. C.J. Carr in the opening half was 11 for 17, 159, a touchdown and a pick off a batted ball. Both his picks this year have been tipped.
I do want to say, you never want your running back to lead your receiving corps. That's like having your quarterback lead in rushing. You can do it, don't recommend it.
Irish going left to right to start the third quarter. They trail 28-24 against the Aggies. Pistol formation. Love gets his 11th carry of the game, goes airborne at the line of scrimmage and gets a yard and a half. It'll be second down coming for Notre Dame after Torian York makes the tackle.
A little extracurriculars in here. What a block by Emil Wagner. Give him some butter, Tony, because that's a pancake. And that actually created the mess that Jeremiah Love couldn't jump over to get the game.
Emil Wagner, right tackle, captain from Yellow Springs, Ohio, is a great leader for this team.
Best game so far of his career.
2nd and 9, second play of the second half. Greathouse goes in motion, and I think a flag for procedure is going to go against Notre Dame here.
False start. Offense, number 1. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
What I don't understand about that is it was a designed motion play, so we're watching the replay.
Did he turn up field?
I don't know what they called. That was absolutely shocking, and Marcus Freeman is talking to the referee about it right now, too. I don't know what they saw.
I'll mention this. Jaden Greathouse, that's now 3 halves of football to start the year without a reception. This guy was a star in last year's playoff. So it's 2nd down and 14 after just the second Irish penalty of the game. Love running right, tries to cut it up along the near numbers. Not a whole lot, just a yard. Tyler Onyedim brings him to the turf. It's going to be 3rd and 13 for Notre Dame. They needed an emphatic opening drive to start this half, and they're looking at 3rd and long.
Well, I don't like the urgency right now by Notre Dame either. They're kind of mulling around. The receivers aren't coming to the huddle. Time to tighten up, convert this one, and start getting back on track.
Irish are 3 for 7 on 3rd down tonight.
I like Jordan Faison, man-to-man to the top.
They have 3 receivers to the top of the formation. Ball spotted near hash. Carr has Fields down to the bottom along the near numbers. Takes the shotgun snap, looking that way, firing for Fields along the sideline, goes up and he brings it in. Oh, what a catch by Malachi Fields on 3rd and 13. Brings it in for 27 yards.
Malachi Fields with the one-arm shoulder catch, and they tried to press him at the line of scrimmage. Will Lee III tried with all his might to punch Malachi Fields in the chest at the line of scrimmage. Malachi Fields kind of swatted him away like a fly and went and made the most amazing catch of the game.
That's an all-SEC second-team corner, Will Lee, that he beats one-on-one. Those two have battled all night, and that time Fields wins to get the Irish a critical 1st down. They give it to Love, running right, strung out in the backfield. He's going to lose yards here. Again, it's Onyedim who meets him first. Loss of 3 thanks to the transfer from Iowa State who comes in and blows it up. That'll set them back to 2nd and long again.
Now the run play is to have C.J. Carr pull it and run because Texas A&M is not honoring the backside of that run. And so next time you get a 1st down, I'm having C.J. Carr pull it no matter what.
Love averaging now just 3.2 yards per carry tonight. 12-20 and counting here in the 3rd. Irish trail by 4. 28-24. Carr looking right, has to spike it. Oh my goodness, they had a screen set up and he had to turf it.
That might be intentional grounding.
Well, there's a target in the area, I think.
I don't know.
It didn't get to the line of scrimmage, but there was an intended target. And they had maybe a tight end screen. Was it Raritan? There was somebody here, but it was blown up right out of the gate, and it's 3rd and 13 again.
Yeah, I'm not sure who because both receivers were blocking.
You're right. That should be a flag.
I think you're going to get a. Yeah, they threw it down.
Intentional grounding.
Good call,
Offense,
Ryan.
Number 13. The ball he placed in the spot of the foul. Cross it down. 3rd down.
And I think that's his 3rd intentional grounding. Going back to Miami, a couple of these have come out as a result of miscommunication in the pass game.
Well, and the problem is Eli Raritan and Malachi Fields thought they were blocking, and one of them had to be a receiver and at least show their hands.
3rd down. 3rd down.
And whether it's that or the tipped interceptions is just not tight enough in a couple of key areas. Please turn your microphone off, referee. We know you got a whistle, buddy.
Kyle Olson, I'm sure, will let that be the last time that happens. 3rd and 20 now for Notre Dame, back at their own 39. They're going to run it with Love. Has a good hole left. Cuts to the outside. Across midfield. That's a good hard run by Love. Up to the A&M 48. 13 yards. He's going to make this 4th and 7 from the 48. You could almost talk me into it, but I think this gives James Rendell maybe a chance to pin them deep and let your defense try to pin their ears back a little bit.
Important run that flips the field. And again, Jeremiah Love I think he took the ball before C.J. Carr was even ready to hand it off. He is just lightning fast tonight.
To A&M's credit, they've managed to keep his long run to 16, which is probably at this point a win for them, as Rendell's going to kick left to right. This is end over end. Shortish kick that bounces at the 7 towards the goal line. They stop it at the 1. Oh, great specials. 3rd phase shows up in a big way again. James Rendell pins them deep, and mission accomplished by the punt team.
Downed it inside the 1. Like we did, Tony, when we met our wives. Down inside the 1. Get out of here as good as you can do.
That is outstanding from James Rendell. And the Irish are going to have a chance to really put the pressure on this A&M offense when they come on the field for the first time in the second half. 11:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's the Aggies 28, the Irish 24 with 11:30 to play in quarter number 3 on the Notre Dame Radio Network, presented by Invesco QQQ.
Bank anytime and anywhere with Credit Union One, the official banking partner of Notre Dame Athletics. Manage your money easily with CU1's free checking account that offers no monthly fees, convenient digital banking, a highly rated mobile app, and access to more than 90,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide. Plus, you can show your Irish pride every time you pay with one of 3 Notre Dame debit card designs. View full disclosures at cu1.com/free checking. Federally insured by NCUA. Go Irish.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hey, Joy. Oh, you are glowing.
Oh, hey. More like Mira-joyed. That Miralax helped me go. I was so backed up. Tried mega coffees, prune juice, everything. Then Miralax. And hello, gentle relief without the harsh side effects.
Ooh, how does it work?
It works naturally with the water in your body for constipation relief. Find Miralax today at your local retailer.
Use as directed for occasional constipation.
11:30 left in the third quarter between Texas A&M and Notre Dame. Aggies lead 28-24. Are you ready for your next escape experience? The excitement at Four Winds South Bend Hotel and Spa. Dine at one of 6 award-winning restaurants or unwind at the tranquil Cedar Spa. Four Winds South Bend Hotel and Spa, your entertainment escape. Okay.
Let me first say,
you're back.
I'm back.
How was it?
Haven't you seen the smile on my face all day?
It was evident.
Give a shout out to Joey and the entire team.
How about that
at
staff?
The front desk at the Four Winds Resort Casino. The room service was phenomenal. The steam room was perfect. It was a perfect day for a dad without kids. Just a leisurely wake up after a late arrival.
I was excited for the home opener. Big time top 16 matchup. But I was mostly excited for you to get back into the Four Winds, and it did not disappoint.
Oh, it's the best.
Okay, whoa, what is this? This is a false start. Right out of the gate, Texas A&M's backed up with their own one, and the right tackle went early.
Number 55.
No, right guard.
This is to the goal. Still first down.
It doesn't hurt them much. It just backs them up a half yard. But now they're going to take this snap inside the one, Ryan. That was Armaj Reed who jumped early.
I don't know what he was. Nobody clapped their hands, so I don't know what he heard.
Marcel Reed in the shotgun hands it off. Moss between the tackles. He does what he has to do. Puts his head forward. Gets up to the 3-yard line. It'll be 2.5 yards to give them some breathing room.
Drake Bowen showed up with the thunder on that play.
Texas A&M in the second quarter, Ryan, scored 21 of their 28 points, 212 total yards. They were also able to get 11 first downs on their 20 plays that they ran in that second quarter. They found something offensively.
And his name is Mr. Craver.
Mario Craver having a great game. 7 catches for 163. Reed's going to drop and throw from his own end zone. Taking a deep shot. He's got a man deep down the sideline, and it's overthrown. My goodness, he was looking for Craver again. No, it was Concepcion that time, and it's incomplete. He had the step, though.
He had about 3 steps on him. And Christian Gray was trailing, but at a certain point, Concepcion just pulled away like he was finishing a 100-yard dash.
Wow.
That was some speed.
That could have been a 97-yard touchdown pass if he hits him in stride. Instead, it sets up 3rd and 8 from their own 3. Huge opportunity for the Irish defense to get off the field and give the offense excellent field position.
I would send the blitz, and there have been double routes all night by A&M. I anticipate they'll do that.
Reed in the shotgun. Irish rush 4. Has a clean pocket. Reed waiting, firing deep. Oh, Tay Johnson got his paws on it. Incomplete. Was looking that time for Craver. And the Irish are going to get the punt team on the field.
And just like I said needed to happen at halftime, they had bracketed Craver, so that's why he wasn't open. That ability to, in the game, make an adjustment to shut down. They had a receiver, they had a defender above him and underneath him. That's how you play against a receiver who's beating you. You bracket cover him. What a good job by Coach Ash and that defensive staff.
This is going to be an interesting punt right now. Irish already blocked one tonight. Tyler White has his heels a yard inside the back of the end zone. Takes the snap, left-footed kick, gets it away, spiraling towards midfield. Faison will field it just inside midfield at the 48. Now he takes it left, has a crease across the 30. Oh, he almost broke it for a touchdown, but it's great field position all the way up to the A&M 28-yard line. Jordan Faison was stopped by Dalton Brooks for what otherwise could have been a punt return for a touchdown, and the offense has a golden opportunity.
If your young child is a skill position player, put them in lacrosse, because they will learn how to move in space and gain yardage. And I want to say as well, this field position was set up by Jeremiah Love's run across the 50 in the defensive stop. This is team football.
It's a great point. 45-yard punt. 19-yard return for Faison. Irish will start officially at the A&M 29-yard line. Moving left to right, they trail by 4. Carr is going to drop and look to throw. Looking downfield, firing towards the near pylon. It's Faison, and it's just out of his reach. Was being covered by Des Ricks, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
What I didn't like about that play, not a single player threatened the middle of the field. And Texas A&M brought both a safety and a linebacker, and the man coverage was able to hold because no one was threatening the middle of the field. You have to threaten 3 zones of a defense to be successful in a pass. There, Notre Dame only had 2 of the 3 zones on either side of the hash marks.
Carr has 12 completions, but on the game, 4 to a running back and 2 to a tight end. Wildcat for Jadarian Price, who takes a direct snap. He's going to run patiently left, now cut inside, gets towards the 25. They'll give him the 26, I guess. 3-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down and 7 from the Texas A&M 26-yard line.
You're still running the ball, which I like. Makes it 3rd and manageable. You're in field goal position, but 6 is better than 3.
They've run 3 or 4 direct snaps tonight. Now they split 4 receivers out, 2 each way for C.J. Carr. 10 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Carr claps once, they don't snap it. Now Will Pauling motions from the bottom of the formation. Carr drops, looking to throw, gets it to Pauling, catches, stutter steps, gets up to the 20, diving for a first down. He got it up to the 18-yard line. Will Pauling has his first catch with Notre Dame, the transfer from Wisconsin and captain. What a time for it to move the sticks.
In a perfect route. He started like he was going to the flat, angled back in, and then for the second time tonight, C.J. Carr put it on his outside shoulder to tell him where to spin to, and a phenomenal effort at the end to get it across the line to gain.
2 years ago, Pauling had 74 catches for the Badgers. Comes into this one. That was his 130th career catch. Pistol formation, fresh set of downs. Price gets the handoff. Running right, cuts inside. They're going to give him a yard, I think. Up to the 17 on 1st and 10. We'll make it 2nd down and 9. They may have stopped him at the line of scrimmage. We'll see when they reset the sticks. Albert Regis gets the tackle.
Keep calling that run. It's about to break. Even 2 runs ago, Jadarian Price was a little impatient, broke it inside it. He followed his lineman. He'd have still been running. So Notre Dame is close to breaking the big run we've all been waiting for all season long, and particularly this game.
Ball in the near hash. Notre Dame moving left to right. They trail 28-24 here in the 3rd quarter. 8.5 minutes to play as Carr stands in a pistol formation with Price behind him. Now Carr is going to step towards the line and make a call. Play clock's at 2. Gets the snap off just in time. Hands it off to Price. Running left, trying to get to the edge. Stays on his feet at the 15. Gets a block at the 10. Jadarian Price is in! Touchdown! Notre Dame! And the Irish are back on top! 17 yards for Jadarian Price, and Notre Dame leads 30-28.
Love the run call. We had just talked the play before. They were close. C.J. Carr sees the extra defender coming into blitz. He resets the offensive line and tight end, and then Jadarian Price just racing to the edge, putting his left foot in the ground and getting in the front left corner of the end zone for 6.
Jadarian Price now the leading rusher for Notre Dame. 9 carries, 56 yards, and Notre Dame looking to make it a 3-point game. Noah Burnett does just that.
What a fun turn of events.
And to your point, you can trace it all the way back to when Notre Dame was able to flip that field. Special teams set them up, and the short field is capitalized upon. The Irish lead once again. It's Notre Dame 31, Texas A&M 28 with 8 minutes and 17 seconds left. Presented by Invesco QQQ, you're listening to Fighting Irish Football.
Experience and knowledge lead to success. Metzger Property Services has been delivering successful auctions for decades. Metzger is making it easier than ever to bid online by simply going to bidmetzger.com. See dozens of current and upcoming farm, residential, personal property, farm equipment, gun, and antique auctions, both on-site and online only. Thousands of items are on sale and listed now, so why wait? Remember, it's now bidmetzger.com. That's bidmetzger.com. Metzger Property Services, expanding your horizon generation after generation.
R&B Car Company in Warsaw wants your car, and we're paying top dollar to get it. At the R&B Car Company Buying Center, our buyers are on site with free appraisals, instant cash offers, and no obligation. Any make, any model, any condition, we'll buy it today. Start at rbcarcompany.com or drive in for a real offer on the spot. Fast, easy, transparent. R&B Car Company. We buy cars. Located on Biomet Drive, just off US 30 in Warsaw.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Jake Peedy, your Elkhart Edward Jones financial advisor at 574-522-3242 or visit us at 932 Parkway Avenue, Suite C in Elkhart. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Notre Dame football is back on 107.3 WRSW.
Notre Dame leads 31-28 with 8:17 left in the third quarter over Texas A&M. Allegiant Air offers nonstop flights from South Bend to top destinations across the U.S. so you can skip the layovers and get straight to the action. Allegiant, the official airline of Notre Dame Athletics. Book now at allegiant.com. Father Pete McCormick hyping them up. He is, I think, truly the most beloved man on this campus. No one has a higher approval rating than him, and he's DJing right now to get the crowd into it.
Notre Dame's so awesome, our priests are DJs too. How about that?
Yes.
And you know, what a time to bring joy too. It's been a rough couple of weeks.
Amen.
Both where I live in Colorado as well as Minnesota. There have been some terrible moments, and of course this past week was brutal. So just glad that Notre Dame is using every way they can to bring the joy to the stadium, and we hope each and every one of you are safe, and we are all praying for those dealing with loss.
31-28, Irish lead by 3. And Texas A&M went 3 and out on their opening drive to begin this half. But that said, they were backed up on their 1-yard line. You have to see now how they operate with a full field here. They've been really good offensively. I think you throw that drive out if you're assessing them because they were pinned up behind their own goal line. Let's see how it goes here as Marcello Diametti, boy, he just sneaks that one to the pylon. He has been flirting with that. Already drew a penalty once. Kicked it near the pylon a couple times in Miami. I know he's preventing ultimately the return, but we're flying pretty close to the sun right now.
Yeah, just put it in the middle of the field, bud. We'll be all right. And the one time they did bring it out, they got tackled before the 20, so let your guys play.
Notre Dame coming off a 5-play, 29-yard drive. Jadarian Price capped it off with a great 17-yard touchdown run. He now is the leading rusher. 9 carries, 56 yards, 6.2 yards per carry, and 2 touchdowns. DJ's got it going tonight.
I tell you what.
I think Father Pete just handed it back to the pro.
Okay, that's what happened, because I thought Father Pete was down for a second there.
He is. He has plenty to turn the tables when he can, but I think they let the pro take over. He's got other responsibilities. It's a 4-yard pickup. There's some pushing and shoving on the far side of the field, but it'll be 2nd and 6.
If Notre Dame adds another score without A&M, I anticipate a personal foul. It's getting chippy, and Texas A&M has been the initial aggressor each time.
6 penalties for 46 yards so far tonight for the Aggies. Irish have committed just a couple penalties, 3 so far in the game tonight. 2nd and 6, 7:45 and counting here in the third. Notre Dame leads by 3. Reed in the shotgun, takes the snap along the near hash. Here comes pressure, throws underneath, passes caught at the 35. It'll be enough for a first down. Catch was made that time by Terry Bussey, the sophomore. Christian Gray brings him down immediately, but not before a first down for Texas A&M.
So now A&M is reacting to Notre Dame bracketing its receivers, and other receivers are getting in the game. So Bussey is who you want catching the ball because you've now covered Mario Craver and KC Concepcion.
offense. Now 267 passing yards for Marcel Reed on 10 of 19 through the air. He'll play fake here on a fresh set. Air went out down the near sideline, and he overshoots his man that time. Was looking for Amari Niblack. And if he, again, puts it on the money, he has a step or two. That would have been a big chunk pickup into Notre Dame's territory.
Well, an excellent play call. Niblack comes halfway to where the center is, left to right on motion, then bursts out and starts winding around. That's the second time if Reed hits his receiver down the left line, it's a touchdown.
And they were looking in the direction of Carson Hobbs, who was in coverage that time. He and Mark Zachary getting a lot of reps. And they're trying to target them when they can. Ruben Owens, the second, on 2nd down and 10, gets a carry, runs it up the middle, gets 4 yards. That's good running by Owens, the All-SEC freshman team member from 2 years ago. It'll make 3rd down more manageable. 3rd and 6 is what Texas A&M faces now.
Notre Dame is cycling in its pass rushers, and Drake Bowen back in. And I love this defensive front with Drake Bowen and Kingston Viliamu-Asa. This linebacking core is going to be the best in the nation shortly.
I mean, only 2 true down linemen out there, Bryce Young and Donovan Heinisch. They got a ton of linebackers now. Traore's right there. Reed will take the snap on 3rd and 6. Throws it, it's incomplete. Good coverage that time. Hobbs was in coverage. Viliamu-Asa was in the vicinity, and they forced the incompletion.
And Drake Bowen's trying to get a penalty at the end. It's getting chippy, as we mentioned. But Boubacar Traore put the pressure on Reed, and Reed's been hit so much. He had an extra second, but he threw it and looked away at the same time. That's how much Boubacar Traore has been in the mind of Reed all day.
Okay, so that's now twice Notre Dame has forced Texas A&M to punt here in this half. And Faison is set to return this punt again. Tyler White is out there, and a flag is going to come in. Uh-oh.
False start. Offense, number 25. 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down.
I love to. Texas A&M punt teams coming to the sideline. You're not going anywhere, buddy. Get back out there. And you have to up back, move forward a little bit there, causing the false start. Great call, referees. How about that, Tony?
So it's going to back them up. Yeah, you've been on the side of the referees tonight, which I like.
Leopards do change spots.
So now it's going to be 4th and 11. White, left-footed kick. This might be a shank towards the near sideline. He's going to get away with it for the most part. Spirals and rolls towards the sideline inside the Notre Dame 25. It's going to go out at the 24. 39-yard punt, no return, but there is a penalty.
Legal formation, kicking team, 5 or more players in the backfield. That 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the kick. 1st down.
The punt team for A&M has some work to do, but not tonight, guys. Why don't you fix it tomorrow?
Yeah. Had one blocked for a touchdown, and now they're struggling to get in formation. Okay. Notre Dame's going to get the ball back and a chance to build on their lead. It's the Irish 31, the Aggies 28 with 6:11 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Presented by Invesco QQQ. This is the Notre Dame Radio Network.
People just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, you know to check that your seats aren't in the visitor section first, before buying tickets.
I'm so excited for this game. I can't believe you got us tickets.
Me too. Wait, are we on the wrong side?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
This is going to be a long game.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay, Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
6:15 left, 6:11 rather, left in the third quarter. And Notre Dame leads 31-28. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. Tony Simeone alongside Ryan Harris, the Super Bowl champ. I do want to pass along some really encouraging news. It was announced on the NBC broadcast, also passed around the press box. Bryce Anderson, the safety we saw down and injured, they took him to a nearby hospital, feeling in all of his limbs right now. Woo! So a very good update.
Yes.
That's what they passed along so far. Very encouraging. I think a big sigh of relief. I'm sure that helps his teammates on the field. Quite frankly, helps Notre Dame as well if they get that message.
It helps his parents.
Helps anybody that's close to him in any way. And obviously, we're thrilled to get that update. So great news on Bryce Anderson, who had to be stretchered out of here.
It was the most scary hit and situation that I've been a part of in broadcasting. And Tony, I thought you did a great job describing it without describing the severity. And that's the best we can do for an athlete down on the turf. Stay positive, and just so happy that Bryce Anderson has feeling in his limbs, because it was as bad as you can imagine.
And again, you can never assume, but they were extremely cautious, and for good reason. But
yes,
again, it looked really serious. Of course, it was serious, but it looks like and sounds like the result will not be nearly as bad as it possibly could have. So, back to the football. Irish have the ball, moving left to right, and they lead by 3, 31-28. They start at their own 29. Love is the back to C.J. Carr's right. Carr will take a shotgun snap and look to throw towards the near sideline. Beautiful ball. Threads it in between multiple defenders, and Fields makes the catch before going out of bounds at the 43-yard line. He beats Will Lee III for 14 yards.
And I go back to him because now Malachi Fields is so far bothering Will Lee III that Will Lee hit him again out of bounds and then didn't let Malachi Fields get up until he shoved him with his elbows. A war of words and physicality happen out on the edges tonight.
Carr now 13 for 20 for 194 yards. He motions out of the backfield, so Love is the lone back, awaiting the snap on 1st and 10. From their own 43, Love takes it, goes left, cuts inside, hit after a pickup of 1, and then sprawls forward. Good work after contact to get all the way across the 45 to the 46 for a 3-yard carry.
And it's late in the third, and running the ball not only makes the defense cover you, but also keeps that clock moving. And the reason why they're going the Wildcat, because you have to send somebody from the box to match up with the quarterback out on the edge. So that's why they've been going to the Wildcat so much, to try and make it a lighter box for Jeremiah Love.
15 carries for 55 for Love. That's 3.7 yards per carry. He averaged 6.9 last year. Carr out of the shotgun, takes the snap, looking left, gets it out quickly to Reardon, who makes the catch just beyond the line of scrimmage at the 47. Gets up along the far sideline. It's a pretty generous spot. I think they give him the ball at the 50. So it'll make it 3rd down and 3 after a 4-yard catch for Eli Reardon.
When C.J. Carr lets that ball go, it is the most accurate I've seen a Notre Dame quarterback in my time broadcasting here. He is elite.
It's a pretty looking spiral too, isn't it?
Oh. Wow. A little short at 6'3". I know it's tough for a lot of people to hear. A little short at 6'3", but he gets it done.
4.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Irish lead 31-28 over Texas A&M. On 3rd and 3, Love gets the carry running right. Hit at the line of scrimmage. Oh, look at him push, though, at the end of the play. Getting close to the sticks. He got 2 or 3 yards after contact. He's going to be less than a yard shy of the first down. Dalton Brooks hit him first, and they're staying on the field. Marcus Freeman hasn't flinched.
I don't know about this. You got to lead. Now, if you get it, great, but that's a yard. That's a full yard they have to go. I would even maybe try and draw the defense out off sides, take the delay of game, and give my punter a chance to down it inside the 5 again.
Notre Dame's 1 for 2 on 4th down tonight. Love is alone again. Carr's motioned out of the backfield on 4th down. Love gets the carry, breaks it out to the outside, trying to get to the edge, lunging forward. He's short. Turnover on downs. Damian Sanford stops him, and the Aggies take over.
2 things. I think there was a helmet-to-helmet contact targeting that was not called. And then the other thing, Jeremiah Love inexplicably didn't follow his pulling guard. So a couple things went wrong on that play, and I just don't like giving A&M the ball there at this point with a lead.
3:34 left in the third, and the Aggies are going to have the ball back after the turnover on downs at their own 49-yard line. It's the Irish 31, the Aggies 28. You're listening to the Notre Dame Radio Network, presented by Invesco QQQ.
He's got the speed. He's got room. He's going to score.
No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM College Sports Radio.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go.
Deep to center field! Oh, it's gone!
Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
In football, changing the game begins with rethinking it. Like rethinking how players work on their game with wearable tech, advanced analytics, AI, and more. The same innovative thinking that changes the game could change your portfolio. Invesco QQQ gives you access to the innovators who are rethinking the world. Invesco QQQ, the official ETF of Notre Dame Athletics. Let's rethink possibility. There are risks when investing in ETFs, including possible loss of money. ETFs' risks are similar to those of stocks. Investments in the tech sector are subject to greater risk and more volatility than more diversified investments. Consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. Visit Invesco.com for a prospectus with this information. Read it carefully before investing. Invesco is not affiliated with Notre Dame Athletics. Invesco Distributors Inc.
Introducing the new Dell AI PC powered by the Intel Core Ultra processor. It helps do your busy work for you, so you can fast forward through editing images, designing presentations, generating code, debugging code, summarizing meeting notes, finding files, managing your schedule, and responding to Jim's long emails. Leaving all the time in the world for the things you actually want to do. No offense, Jim. Get a new Dell AI PC at Dell.com/AI-PC. How those ahead stay ahead.
Notre Dame leads 31-28 with 3:34 left in the third quarter. 2025 will mark a monumental milestone in our nation's history as we celebrate the 250th birthday of the United States Marine Corps. Since 1775, Marines have fought for our country and defended our freedoms with unwavering honor, courage, and commitment. Please join the Marine Corps Heritage Foundation in honoring the United States Marine Corps and celebrating their extraordinary contributions to our nation's past, present, and future. Happy 250th birthday to the Marines.
The Marines are a different breed. We salute all you servicemen and women. And it's fun for me to hear the kind of in-squad fighting that happens between the armed services and Marines. They think they're the best.
Aggies start with the ball just shy of midfield. 1st and 10. They send up a bubble screen to the far side. It's caught by Concepcion. Follows his blockers well into Notre Dame territory all the way up to the 40-yard line before Christian Gray brings him down, but it comes after a pickup of 11.
Incredible play calling by A&M. They really have been creative all night. They get everybody rushing, trying to make a play to push them back. Perfect time to call a screen and well executed. I anticipate them calling Concepcion's number a couple more times here on this drive.
Colin Klein's second-year coordinator of the offense for A&M has had some good ones tonight.
Former player, too.
Yep, 1st and 10 for the Aggies, moving right to left, trailing by 3. Reed takes the snap, drops, throws near side of the field. Concepcion again at the near numbers on the 30, catches in one-on-one against Carson Hobbs. 10 more yards. They'll give him enough for a first down. So that's 21 yards on the first 2 plays of this drive. That's more than the 13 combined they had on the first 2 drives of this half to start.
And what happened was they were having so much success with Mario Craver, they just stayed with it. And then the defense for Notre Dame shut down Craver, so they just activated the Concepcion package, and he is elite as well.
4 catches for 72 yards for Concepcion. Now it's, I beg your pardon, up to 82 yards after that most recent catch. 2:15 to go in the third. It's a reverse. They hand it off to Bussey. He's rolling right. He's not going to throw. He's in the backfield all the way back to the 40. He does well to get back to the 30. Bowen hit him late, and there's no flag.
I don't think it was late enough.
Okay.
I think that Bussey was trying to get a couple yards, and so that's a kind of gray area where Ty goes to the offense if he's going out of bounds. I think Bussey was trying to get a couple more yards.
Yeah.
And the second that he put his foot down is when Bowen hit him. That's the 3rd big hit of the night for Greg Bowen.
I think that one was fine. I think it was, you're right.
He's trying to get yards.
Hadn't even hit the white paint yet. It's a good call.
Referees are doing a good job tonight.
Yes. I love when that happens.
Rare.
31-28. Notre Dame by 3. 140 and counting here in the third of a top 16 matchup in South Bend. Moss gets the handoff between the tackles, running along the far hash. He's going to have, looks like 3 yards. It's going to make this 3rd down and 7, maybe 6. We'll see what the official mark is.
And if you're Texas A&M, you're thinking about, if you get close, going for it on 4th down here. Still got a lot of time in the game, but your offense hasn't been within scoring distance since the end of the second half.
Field goal would tie right now for the Aggies, but they face 3rd and 6 first.
I know a couple Aggies, they don't go for ties. They want to win.
3 receivers for A&M. 2 to the top for Reed, 1 to the bottom. He'll take the snap. Here comes the blitz. They pick it up. Reed now rolling right, motioning downfield. Gonna loft the ball high towards the end zone. It's loose and it's incomplete. It was right there. Carson Hobbs had a chance to make a play on it. Instead, it falls to the turf, and now the field goal team trots out.
And this is not a give me field goal. This is going to be a distance and angle because it's on the right side with Reed rolling to his right. I got to give it to Marcel Reed. He competes. He put that ball up there full well knowing it was a 50-50 ball, and it was almost close to a catch.
Randy Bond is out, 44 yards from the far hash, kicking right to left. This is to tie the game with 49 seconds left. High snap. They get it down. Kick is on its way, and it's going through the uprights to tie the game. Clutch kick for Randy Bond, and the Aggies have drawn even.
Happy for Bond. You missed one earlier. Always good for your kickers to nail it. Not happy because this is the Notre Dame broadcast. Phenomenal job by the defense holding them to 3 points when they started the ball on their own 49-yard line.
It's a nice job by the punter, Tyler White, who fielded a high snap, got it down cleanly. And then that was, a draw from Bond that really reminds me of what I can only imagine your 3-wood looks like off the tee.
Well, it's more of a 5-iron.
Okay.
I've gotten away from the Woods hybrid, so got to get some distance, though, and that's what he did. You're right.
You need that 5-iron stinger off the tee right now.
A little stinger.
Playing for the fairway, and then those soft mid to long irons into the green. I totally get it.
There you go. I need 4 clubs. That's it. 4 clubs, and one of them's my putter.
So 6 plays, 25 yards. Good work by the Irish defense to hold them to 3.
And really physical play as well. I mean, couple of pass to Concepcion. He's going to get his, but they really were physical even when A&M had some success.
Approaching the end of the 3rd quarter here. There's 44 seconds left. This has been a fun one to watch tonight. Texas A&M's run 46 plays. Notre Dame's run 52. Seen 62 points. Short kick. Price will field it at his 4. Going to bring it back left to right. Has a crease across the 30 up to the 35. Just tripped up where it was going to be him one-on-one against the kicker Bond, but it'll give Notre Dame good starting field position.
And if I'm CJ Carr right now, I'm saying touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Walking out to the field. You need a touchdown here. This is some high-powered offense. It might come down to who has the ball last.
I think both teams have to be thinking you need to get into the 40s to win this game.
Yep. Everybody watched that game Sunday night between the Bills and the Ravens, and you knew quarterbacks were going to come out this week throwing the ball.
Could be the final play of the quarter. We'll see what Notre Dame decides to do. There's 39 seconds left, and they move left to right here towards the end of the 3rd. Carr motions phase on at the top of the formation with 4 receivers. He'll look to throw towards the left side of the field. Has Greathouse. He makes the catch across midfield at the 45. Stutter steps and jukes a man to the 40, and he's inside the 35 of Texas A&M territory, all the way to the 31. Jaden Greathouse has his first catch of the season.
What a throw by C.J. Carr. He waited for the defense to show itself and could not have placed this ball better for Greathouse. Excellent job by the offensive line, giving time all night to C.J. Carr.
Great to see Greathouse get on the board. 34-yard completion, has him in Aggie territory. Price will get the carry with 10 seconds left, finds a hole, gets to the edge on the far sideline, tripped up out of bounds at the 20. They're going to give him 11 yards. Jadarian Price is running with a full head of steam right now, and he'll take them with some momentum going to the 4th.
That's the 7th thing I've seen C.J. Carr do that is elite. There, he kind of patted his hands, looked to the sideline like he was getting a play, then snapped back and clapped his hands, caught the defense off guard. What a knack for the small little details of the position.
2 ties, 2 lead changes, and I think we're set up for an awesome 4th quarter. It is 31 apiece between Notre Dame and Texas A&M. The Irish are going to have the football at the Aggie 20-yard line when we come back to start the fourth. Presented by Invesco QQQ, this is the Notre Dame Radio Network.
The John Deere Gator XUV lets you cut, pack, drive, scout, weld, stack, feed, pull, load, tow, spray, and haul, all in a single day. Because with the highest cargo box volume in its class, customizable features, and a towing capacity of up to 4,000 pounds, it gets the job done. You just have to get in the seat. Learn more at your John Deere dealer or visit johndeere.com/GatorXUV.
There are a lot of reasons Teeling Irish Whiskey is the official Irish whiskey of Notre Dame fans. As the recipient of more than 500 international awards, we know what it takes to win. We're small batch, but big on flavor, so we know you don't have to be the biggest to be the best. And like Notre Dame, we believe in excellence, progress, and pride. So when you're cheering the Fighting Irish, make sure you have some Teeling to share, because it's not just Irish whiskey, it's the official Irish whiskey partner of Notre Dame fans. Drink responsibly.
I'm Scott Hansen, host of NFL Red Zone. Lowe's knows Sundays hit different when you earn them. We've got you covered with outdoor power equipment from Cobalt and everything you need to weatherproof your deck with Trex Decking. Plus, with lawn care from Scott's and, of course, Pit Boss grills and accessories, you can get a home field advantage all season long. So get to Lowe's, get it done, and earn your Sunday. Lowe's, official partner of the NFL.
Johnny Soper with you inside our Notre Dame Radio Network studios. Let's quickly get you caught up on scores. But before we head to the fourth quarter, 17th ranked Ole Miss with the ball and a minute 40 to play in the game. They lead Arkansas 41-35. Third ranked LSU leads Florida 20-10 with 8 minutes 8 seconds to play in the ball game. How about Clark Lee and the Vanderbilt Commodores with 5.5 minutes to play? They lead 11th ranked South Carolina 30-7. 20th ranked Utah leads Wyoming 17-0. And that's all the games involving ranked teams in progress outside of the one that we got right now as we head to the fourth quarter. Texas A&M and Notre Dame all tied up at 31. Let's go back out to the broadcast booth with Tony Simeone and Ryan Harris.
All right, Johnny, thank you very much. Great light show on display here as we get set for the fourth quarter. You heard that there. Arkansas right now pushing Ole Miss. That's a Notre Dame opponent in a couple of weeks. Just saw the update, too. Looks like Vanderbilt, the Fighting Clark Lees, might be headed
Clark Lee.
to 3-0. Yeah,
how about that? Notre Dame does cheer for other teams. You just have to be a great coach here first.
Well, think about Clark Lee, former defensive coordinator, doing a nice job at Vanderbilt. You know, you want to beat him tonight, but Mike Elko's done a great job at Duke, and now Texas A&M, former Notre Dame defensive coordinator. Marcus Freeman, former defensive coordinator, is the head coach at Notre Dame, took their Notre Dame to the title game last year.
Like it does for its students, Notre Dame makes careers for those who
really
work
does. And excited to see how Al Golden does with the Bengals this year. Did a great job for this team last couple of years.
They did a good job in week one. The Bengals got their first win, I think, in the Joe Burrow era.
Yeah.
In the
slow
week
starts.
One.
Yep. All right, here we go. This is why we love Notre Dame football, because it's going to be a fun fourth quarter. 31 apiece. Irish have the ball moving right to left in the red zone at the 20. They play fake with Carr, trying to set it up for Love, throwing downfield. Oh no, it's tipped in the air and almost picked off. Oh, a dangerous throw. Was looking that time for Love down the near sideline. Cassius Howe, the defensive end, dropped into coverage and almost picked it off.
And that was a play by Howe that almost changed the game. I actually love the throw by C.J. Carr. He had a blitz zero look, and he led Jeremiah Love. The ball was just a touch inside. Powell to get his hands on it. Otherwise, Jeremiah Love catches that.
Great effort by Howell. Really impressive stuff from the defensive end dropping. So it's now 2nd down and 10 at the 20. Irish moving right to left. Price is the back this time. Gets the carry running right. He's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Wow. That time it's blown up by DJ Hicks. Defensive tackle gets through, and it's a loss of 1. 3rd and 11's coming now.
And they need to have C.J. Carr run it one time. One time pull it, because Texas A&M is not playing the backside of that option at all. I'm not sure what C.J. Carr was looking at. The defensive end was inside his tight end. That's a take all day.
Yeah, they had a lot of good design QB run against Miami. We have not seen that tonight at all. Carr has just been dropped 3 times for losses. So it'll be 3rd and 11 from the 21. Carr takes the snap between the hashes, looking one-on-one down the far sideline. Jump ball for Fields, out of his reach, was battling with Will Lee again. It's been a great battle to watch all night, and Lee wins it to force a field goal try.
Well, the ball was about 5 yards out of bounds, but Will Lee would have had you think that he made a play there. He did. That's
He's a corner.
Backs.
What do you expect?
Defensive backs, man. They take credit for the mail getting delivered. I tell you what.
Okay, so it'll back up Notre Dame to the 39, beg your pardon. The field goal try will be 39 yards. Noah Burnett is back out. It's between the hashes. And this is to give Notre Dame the lead again with 14:06 left in the fourth quarter. Good snap, good hold. Burnett drives it end over end, and the kick is good. Woo. Noah Burnett continues to deliver on field goal for Notre Dame this season. He's given the Irish the lead again at 34-31.
Excellent finish on that drive by Notre Dame. Puts the pressure on Texas A&M. Everyone's feeling the fourth quarter. Now A&M has to respond.
14:01 left in regulation, and the Irish lead once more. It's Notre Dame 34, Texas A&M 31, presented by Invesco QQQ. This is the Notre Dame Radio Network.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things. Like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
All right, team, huddle up. Whether you're in red zone or still at the 50-yard line, it's time to call a play, and we can help. Howard Bailey Financial is the official wealth management sponsor of Notre Dame Athletics. We have a free retirement resource that you can download to gain insight on taxes, Social Security, income planning, and more. To get your free copy, just text HUDDLE to 888-262-1104. Notre Dame Athletics was compensated for this endorsement and is not a current client of Howard Bailey. For more information, please visit howardbailey.com/ending disclosure. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial securities firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies.
14:01 left in regulation between Notre Dame and Texas A&M, and the Irish lead 34-31. Fighting Irish fans, don't let sore muscles keep you on the sidelines. Icy Hot is here to support your recovery. Ice works fast, heat makes it last. You're so back. Icy Hot, the official topical pain relief partner of Notre Dame Athletics. I've been waiting for that one. Nothing better than an Icy Hot at our age.
I'll tell you what, man. Where's the gift bag? Icy Hot.
You're right.
I'm gonna need you to send it. We need it up here, and that's the one thing I miss in the NFL. In the NFL, at 8 in the morning, you have 17 guys in an offensive line room, all with Icy Hot on backs and knees. You don't need any smelling salts. You're awake in that meeting.
I was gonna say, tonight it might be going on before bed. It's gonna be a late return home, and we'll see.
Have you ever put some Icy Hot on your kneecap? That's what I want to know. I'm just hoping and praying like it's Robitussin or something.
It is amazing what it will do for your body.
They just got the most value out of their advertising dollars ever.
They did. Okay, Notre Dame set to kick. Diametti drives a sidewinder. It's going to be playable for Bussey, but he won't take the bait. He's going to let it bounce, and they are going to start at their own 25.
And Drake Bowen changed Bussey when he hit him. But Bussey doesn't want any part of that ball.
6 plays, 44 yards for Notre Dame on the last drive. It stalls out, but they do get a field goal out of it and make this a 3-point lead again. And now the question is, can the defense keep it up? Notre Dame gave up 28 first-half points. They've only allowed 3 here in the second half. They've looked much sharper against Marcel Reed and this air attack, but still, what they've gotten Craver and Concepcion, it definitely concerns you right now if you're a Notre Dame fan. A lot of octane out there on offense.
That's also what you came here to stop, and this is the defense you came to play in. Time to perform.
Reed will take the snap on first down. Ooh, that's probably his worst ball of the day. Was looking for Craver, who was running right to left towards the far side of the field, and he misses him, throws it well short into the turf, incomplete.
Not enough pressure by the front four for the defensive line. I only mentioned that because that was a point of emphasis for Marcus Freeman these past 2 weeks, getting pressure with those 4 down linemen.
Still just a touch more than a minute gone by here in the fourth quarter. Second down and 10, 3 receivers all to the top of the formation for Reed. Now he looks to the sideline and has the play call. Moss is to his left. He's going to be a lead blocker. Reed will run, trying to follow Moss, cuts it upfield and gets a few. Makes it up to the 28, so it's a 3-yard pickup before Schuler brings him down.
He's down. He is hurting.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Notre Dame has been relentless when he chose to run the ball. And Reed is down. I think he's going to be okay. He's giving the hands up to his staff saying, hey, I'm okay. Might have had the wind knocked out of him. That play happened because Kingston Viliamu-Asa read the play and blew up Moss to the point where it hit the lineman that Reed was trying to follow, and Reed had to dive inside. Kingston Viliamu-Asa has to be on the field for Notre Dame defensively.
Okay, Reed is still down. They're looking at him, and so it gives us a chance to take a break. Notre Dame leads by 3, 34-31 with 13:45 left in the fourth quarter. You're listening to Fighting Irish Football, presented by Invesco QQQ.
Hi, I'm Alan Aldifer.
And I'm Mike Bergen. We love Kosciuszko County and have had the pleasure of serving our community and clients for over 20 years as Aldifer Bergen & Company.
Now we are excited to become part of the Beacon Point Advisor family. This move allows us to have more time to take care of our clients to help in all of your present and future financial needs. All of our local people are staying and are here to see you on West Market Street in downtown Warsaw. Remember, Aldifer Bergen & Company has partnered with Beacon Point Advisor.
Just like the Irish on the field need to prepare for in-game adjustments, you need to prepare for when temperatures outside cool down. Don't get sidelined by a furnace breakdown this fall. Trust Collier's Heating and Air Conditioning, your Lennox premier dealer, for a fall furnace tune-up and total peace of mind this season. We're here 24/7 with emergency service to keep your home comfortable, no matter the score. For more, call 574-373-0325 or check out trustcolliers.com.
Hey Valley fans, it's Scott at Bobcat. Coach Mo and staff have this year's team prepped and ready for another great season. Keep that Cub Cadet, X-Mark, and Bobcat prepped and ready for whatever fall has in store for us with a service at Bobcat of Warsaw. That way your machine is ready to react and perform just like these young men on the field. Let's fill those bleachers with the green and gold and cheer these young men on for another great season. Bobcat of Warsaw is a proud sponsor of Death Valley Football.
Booyah! Back to the Fighting Irish on 107.3 WRSW.
13:45 remaining in regulation. A lot to digest here. Notre Dame leads 34-31. Marcel Reed is up, and he looks okay as he went to the sideline. They have Miles O'Neill, the quarterback, the backup, getting ready. He might have to take this 3rd down and 7 snap, but what was announced during the break, Ryan, maybe most important right now, they're reviewing this hit by Adon Schuler on Marcel Reed for potential targeting as Reed has gone to the 10th. So O'Neill's going to likely come take this next snap. The question is, will it be 3rd and 7, or are they going to possibly award a 1st down and issue a penalty to Adon Schuler for targeting? This could be a game-changing call.
I don't think it's targeting. Adon Schuler was complete. His helmet was underneath Reed, and his shoulder hit him. This is going to be shocking if they call this.
After video review, targeting by number 8 defense.
Wow.
It's a 15-yard penalty from the spot. Automatic 1st down. Number 8 is disqualified from the game.
Okay, I don't agree with this at all. Adon Schuler's right shoulder, his entire helmet is under the left arm of Reed. How can it be targeting? And I know lowering the crown, but he lowered it going across Reed, who was also bending down.
This is to your point. Okay, the coaching point and the teaching point on it. They don't want you to lower the crown and turn your head the way he did. That said, Reed, as he's going to the turf, he not intentionally, of course, but he too lowers his head and creates the helmet-to-helmet contact.
And the bigger problem
I think it's actually probably, it could be the right interpretation. It's a horrible rule the way it's written.
And the problem is Adon Schuler's now out for the first half against Purdue next week.
And they're without Schuler now for the next 13:45 of regulation. That's a critical loss for the defense. O'Neal is the quarterback, hands it off to Moss, who runs for a couple yards up to the A&M 44.5-yard line.
Now, O'Neal's done this as recently as last week for Texas A&M because Reed came out as well, and now Reed returns.
Yep, Reed comes back in, so O'Neal is out. Backup comes in to hand off. Good to see that Marcel Reed is okay. 2nd down and 9 as the clock ticks. Notre Dame leads 34-31. Aggies moving left to right here in the 4th quarter. Ball spotted along the far hash. 2 receivers to the bottom for Reed. He's looking left. Now looks back right. Wants to fire. Does. It's caught by Bussey across midfield at the 45. Takes it inside the 40. Spins all the way up to the 37-yard line. Good throwing catch from Reed to Bussey for 18 yards.
You live with that all day. If Bussey's catching passes, Texas A&M will not win this game. It's because he's only able to throw it because they're covering Concepcion and Craver so well. You live with that all day. That's like letting everybody else but Michael Jordan win the game.
1st down and 10. Fresh set of downs. Aggies now are in Irish territory at the Notre Dame 37. 3 receivers this time, all to the bottom for Reed, who's going to take the shotgun snap, hand it off to Moss, cuts inside before Jason Onye takes him down, gets all the way up to the 34. It's a good run on 1st down. It's going to be enough for 3 or 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd upcoming for the Aggies.
I'm not sure what Texas A&M is doing. They are lacking urgency in the greatest sense of the phrase. If you're A&M, you want to score a touchdown and get your defense to get you the ball back to put this thing away. Conversely, if you're Notre Dame, time for Pick City to show back up. Who wants to be a member?
So far, Leonard Moore, earlier in the game, had a pick. Nobody since. Reed gets him to jump. Now the whistle comes out. Okay, this is interesting. There is defensive false start this year. It's going to go against the offense, though.
Offense, number 84. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
What saved Notre Dame is the tight end, the black move. Oh, because had he not, Junior Tui Halamaka was going to get called for it. So a freebie there to learn a lesson on defense if you're Notre Dame. And a tough penalty if you're the black, the tight end for Texas A&M.
So it backs them up to the 39. 2nd down and 12 now for the Aggies. That's their 9th penalty of the game. Reed from the shotgun takes the snap. He's looking left. Pressure comes. Now he rolls left. Being pursued. Throws across his body. Has Niblack open, who was coming back to the ball, but he couldn't get it to him. It falls incomplete around the 15-yard line, and now it's 3rd and long.
Kingston Viliamuasa just saved a 1st down by outflanking Reed and waiting for him. Slowing down to make sure he was deciding which way if he was going to run. Kingston Viliamuasa forcing that throw across the body, as you mentioned. What a night for Kingston Viliamuasa. You don't always show up in a stat sheet, but you can affect the game. He's doing both.
From here, this will be a 57-yard field goal for the Aggies. They don't need a 1st down necessarily. They should be playing for 3 here to tie the game. Moss is the back to Reed's right. They'll take the snap. They'll do just that. Moss running left has a lot of room across the 30, close to a 1st down. Oh, he got it. Unbelievable. On 3rd and 12, Moss gets 13 yards before Luke Talich brings him down, and that's a killer for Notre Dame.
An excellent play call. You got blitz coming in the middle, and you take it wide.
Beg your pardon. They spotted him. Right now, they've got the ball spotted short. I'm shocked by this. I thought they had the side judge. He's ahead of the sticks, but they've got the yardage marker behind it.
I'm watching.
Now they're changing it and moving the chains. They've got it. That's a 1st down.
Okay. 1st down. Luke Talich getting some play now because of Don Schuler is out for the game due to targeting. Coming in with the tackle.
Yep. Talich last year, 17 tackles. Had the big pick 6 against Florida State, but we did see him play a good amount against Miami. These will certainly be the highest leverage snaps of his career.
And if Notre Dame's defense can hold it to a field goal here, that's a win.
Reed will take the snap. Another flag. Pre-snap motion again up front, and it's one of the 2 guys that's been getting penalized, either Crownover or Niblack.
The noise has been incredible tonight. Also the first time.
False start. Offense. Right guard. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
Reed Adams is happy they said right guard instead of his number, but it was actually the right tackle, Demetrius Crownover.
Yep.
I think the referees were trying to help out.
78 of the offense.
Is that what? No, they corrected it. That's his fourth penalty.
To us again, yeah.
Fourth penalty of the night.
It's been a tough night for Demetrius Crownover. Again, graduate, veteran right tackle. Has hurt him a few times. So it's 1st and 15 from Notre Dame's 32. Texas A&M changed personnel, so they let Notre Dame change in response. Gabe Rubio runs in. Heinisch will take his time going off. This is smart. Play clock's all the way down to 5. Reed gets the snap off in time, hands it off to Moss. Running between the tackles, gets a couple, maybe a few. Close to the original line of scrimmage. Rubio does make the stop. It's going to be a 4-yard pickup. 2nd and 11 coming, 9:45 as the clock ticks in the 4th.
You want to make sure you're protecting the edges in the middle of the field if you're Notre Dame. You want to force the long throw if it's a pass and have extra tacklers nearby if it's a run.
So much can happen on this drive. Notre Dame could get off the field without points. A field goal could tie it. Texas A&M could take the lead. Who knows? On 2nd and 11, ball between the hashes. Reed drops, pressure in his face, now steps up, throws, ball's tipped, incomplete. Never got past the line of scrimmage. I think KVA and Rubio were in the passing lane, and they knock it down.
I think it was Rubio with the knockdown, but I don't think it was going to be complete either way. Notre Dame's defensive line turning it up, and right there, Gabriel Rubio getting the block with an offensive lineman on him. Coaching point to the offensive lineman is if they let up to try and jump, you got to punch him in the tummy. 2 fists to the tummy.
Ball is at the 28. This will be a 45, 46-yarder from here. Amari Daniels is the back. 3rd down and 11. Reed will take the snap. He's flushed, rolling right. Now he's going to throw it all the way back across the field. Looking that time for his tight end, Theo Millen Orstrom. Incomplete along the Notre Dame sideline. It'll set up 4th down, and now another pivotal field goal try coming for the Aggies to tie the game.
And that should have been a catch. Orstrom just didn't think the ball was going to get there, but Reed threw a laser to get it there. And then Orstrom holding up a member of the training staff as he went to the sideline. That was a heck of a pass.
So Randy Bond, who already knocked one in from 44 earlier, going to spot this right between the 45 and 46. This is to tie the game. Good snap, good hold. Kick is on its way, and the kick is good. Randy Bond, clutch tonight. He and Noah Burnett showing up. They're saying, you're going to get all the pressure off of us. Somebody else needs to decide this one the way it was meant to be.
What a stand by the defense.
Tied at 34. And this is certainly one of the most entertaining games we've seen. 9 minutes, 6 seconds left in regulation between the Irish and the Aggies. You're listening to the Notre Dame Radio Network, presented by Invesco QQQ.
Did you know that just one sunburn can double your risk of melanoma? Protecting your skin is your best game day defense against UV damage, premature aging, and melanoma. As the proud sunscreen sponsor of Notre Dame Athletics, Marini Skin Solutions delivers advanced sun protection and proven skincare solutions for your top concerns. Because you deserve the best on and off the field. Visit MariniSkinSolutions.com to learn more and try our free virtual AI skin analysis tool to identify solutions to help transform your skin. Fear the Irish, not the sun.
Introducing the new Dell AI PC powered by the Intel Core Ultra processor. It helps do your busy work for you, so you can fast forward through editing images, designing presentations, generating code, debugging code, summarizing meeting notes, finding files, managing a schedule, and responding to Jim's long emails. Leaving all the time in the world for the things you actually want to do. No offense, Jim. Get a new Dell AI PC at dell.com/AI-PC. How those ahead stay ahead.
The John Deere Gator XUV lets you cut, pack, drive, scout, weld, stack, feed, pull, load, tow, spray, and haul, all in a single day. Because with the highest cargo box volume in its class, customizable features, and a towing capacity of up to 4,000 pounds, it gets the job done. You just have to get in the seat. Learn more at your John Deere dealer or visit johndeere.com/Gator XUV.
Tied at 34 between the Irish and the Aggies. Tony Simeone alongside alongside the Super Bowl champion Ryan Harris. Texas A&M just went 11 plays, 47 yards. They took 4:56 off the clock, and they have to settle for a field goal. But it does tie the game. And now with 9:06 left, you're looking at a drive that's going to dictate how this game plays out. Notre Dame, of course, if they score, they're going to feel good, put the pressure back on A&M. If you don't score, depending on how the clock works, you could be leaving your fate in the hands of the Aggies if they get it back, and they can try to maybe run a drive that could take the time off the clock. So this right here is when you're going to find out a lot about how C.J. Carr and this offense handles real pressure late in games.
Well, and it's one play at a time, right? That's all you can do. You can score a touchdown with the first play, but you're just running the play. That's how you decrease the pressure, focus on the play, the technique and process, statistically proven to lower anxiety 80%.
C.J. Carr in the third quarter was 5 for 6, 87 yards. It's been pretty solid tonight overall. 16 for 25. It's a 64% completion rate. 246 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Jadarian Price will watch this kick go over his head into the end zone, and Notre Dame will start at their own 25. They will go right to left, and let's see what they can do.
I'm still starting off with a couple of runs, make it third and manageable, and then I'm opening things up. Jaden Greathouse is, in a moment, I believe, going to make some big plays here. He has been getting hot as the game gone on. It'll be fun to watch for us, fun to listen to for you.
32 rushing plays tonight for Notre Dame, but just 99 yards. Loves the back as they move right to left. Carr will stand in the shotgun and take the snap along the far hash. Looks left, now looks back right, comes over the middle, and the pass is caught at the 36-yard line. Eli Raridon through traffic brings it in before Marcus Ratcliffe brings him down.
Mike Tomlin at the Pittsburgh Steelers calls those combat catches. He's getting hit as he caught the ball, somehow kept the ball in his hands. What a throw by C.J. Carr into some traffic.
They spot the ball all the way up at the 38, so a 13-yard pickup for Raridon. He has his fourth catch, 85 yards for Eli Raridon tonight. Pistol formation on the second play of the drive. Love gets the carry, hard running through some arm tackles, but eventually a gang of Texas A&M defenders bring him down. 3-yard pickup, Damian Sanford, the primary tackler.
Now I'd love to see a jet sweep to the open field side, something that gets around the edge and up the numbers. But I want to run here no matter what to make it third and manageable or get a first down.
8 minutes, 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The game is tied at 34 between Notre Dame and Texas A&M. Carr out of the shotgun. 2nd down and 7 to look to throw. Looks left, now back to the right. One-on-one, looking for Fields. Jump ball, and it's broken up. Incomplete along the far sideline. It was Des Ricks this time in coverage, not Will Lee. And it's just barely in and out of the hands of Fields.
Well, and Fields did an excellent job keeping it tight, as they call it, kind of running along the top side of the numbers. There was some pulling on the jersey that wasn't called. I'm losing my like of these referees, Tony.
So 3rd down and 7 from their own 41. Notre Dame is 5 for 12 on 3rd down tonight. Carr's in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. They need their own 48 to pick up a first down. Carr drops, looks left, throws, has Fields. Yes! Caught it! Inside the 40 of Texas A&M, down to the 39, and Carr dropped it in a bucket.
Took a shot after throwing it, too. I will say something. You have got a receiver, Notre Dame, in Malachi Fields.
5th catch for Fields tonight. 77 yards.
Incredible accuracy by C.J. Carr. Right, what they call between the window of the corner and the safety.
That's just an awesome ball on 3rd and 7. Now Carr motions out of the backfield. Here we go. Love's by himself, looking for a direct snap. Takes it, trying to run left. Now cuts back inside. Makes something really out of not a whole lot. Good running by Jeremiah Love. Across the 35, gets all the way down to the 32-yard line. 33 is where they'll spot it. So 6 yards, 2nd and 4 coming. Clock ticks. 7:05 to go.
That's what we call proof of concept. That run was getting 1 yard, if that, in the first quarter. Now you run in the fourth, and it's 6. Wear them down.
That was the 19th carry of the game for Jeremiah Love.
And he looked as fresh as he did the first carry.
They're at the 33 of Texas A&M. Empty backfield this time as Love motions out. Carr's by himself along the near hash. Notre Dame moving right to left. Tied at 34 in the fourth quarter against Texas A&M. Throws a slant to Fields on the far side. Ricks in coverage, broke it up. On 2nd and 4, forces the incompletion, and now it's 3rd down and 4.
Just continue to get great production with the run on 1st down and pass on 2nd down. I just don't understand it.
Clock now stops with 6:33 to go in the 4th. Both teams have all of their timeouts, so long way to go in this one. Another big-time 3rd down for Notre Dame. They're now 6 for 13.
I like the quarterback run here.
Haven't seen the design run really tonight after we saw it a lot against Miami. 4 receivers for Carr, 2 each way. They're going to hand it off to Love. Has a crease, gets across the 30, lunging forward. He's got it. Good hard running for Jeremiah Love. Needed 4, and he got 6.
Just determined running. They had the blitz coming for A&M. And I love the play call. 3rd down run. That's the 2nd first down they've gotten. In the 2 times they've ran it on 3rd down, getting first downs.
Clock continues to tick here in the 4th. I think they're going to start taking their time here. We'll see. Carr has the play clock down to 15. Pistol formation with Love behind him. He'll turn and hand it off to Jeremiah Love. Going to try to bounce it out. Now cut it back in between the hashes. Gets up to the 26. That's just a yard. Albert Regis, defensive tackle's been in the mix a lot tonight for Texas A&M. He stops him after a 1-yard gain.
I like slowing it down, but either way, you're likely going to be giving Texas A&M 3 timeouts and the ball around 2 minutes, 2.5.
And I fear you can get a little too conservative here. You certainly don't want to settle for 3 and allow A&M to possibly beat you with a touchdown when they get it back. Irish back on the ball. 4 receivers, all bunched tight to the formation. 2 each way for Carr. Price is the back to his left this time. And 2nd down, Carr takes the snap, looks left, now comes back to the middle of the formation, throws complete at the 21. Will Pauling reels it in. They'll give him close to the 20, so let's say it's a 5-yard pickup, and it's going to be 3rd down and a long 3 yards for Notre Dame.
Will Pauling showing up tonight in a big way. 2 sure-handed catches. He's an asset for this Notre Dame offense.
Okay, Notre Dame is now 7 for 14 on 3rd down. They've converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. 3rd and a long 3. They need the 17-yard line. 4:35 to go in the game. It's tied at 34. Carr claps for the ball. Hands it off to Price. Stutter steps in the hole. Lunges forward. He's not going to have it. They'll spot him across the 19, close to the 18. Say the 18-yard line. Oh, my goodness. 4th and 2.
I go for it here. You got 3 timeouts. If you don't get it.
Wow.
Yeah, no, this is the right time to go for it. I didn't like it earlier in the game at the 50. You go for it right here because you got A&M, worst case scenario, they got the ball on their own 17-yard line. Best case scenario, you get to run the clock out.
They might be taking time out, too, because this play clock's down to 12.
I would not do that. I would not waste a timeout right here, but, you know.
Okay. Pistol formation. Love's behind Carr. Play clock's at 5. Now he motions out of the backfield. Love's by himself. 2 on the play clock. Takes a direct snap. Here goes Love on 4th down. He's got it. Oh, what a run across the 15. Drives the legs down to the 12. Jeremiah Love moves the chains with 6 yards.
Fitting that the best player on offense tonight gets his number called when they need it most. And what was phenomenal is that before C.J. Carr went out, he motioned to Jeremiah Love, hey, we got to go quick. He got set, and Jeremiah Love quickly got the ball. Excellent blocking by Emil Wagner, Ashton Craig. This offensive line, they got better in the last 2 weeks.
Gutsy stuff from Marcus Freeman. The offense pays him off. Okay.
That was the right call.
Clock ticks. They're trying to wind this thing down. 3 minutes to go. 7 to snap the ball. They'll give it to Love on 1st and 10. Puts his head down. Breaks 1 tackle across the 5. He's in. Touchdown. Jeremiah Love. And the Irish lead. With 2:53 to go in regulation, Notre Dame's on top by a touchdown. 40-34.
What do you know? A run in the first quarter gets you 2-3 yards. You run that same play in the fourth quarter, 12 yards and a touchdown. Jeremiah Love putting on the performance of a night.
They have not come easy, but he has earned all of those 94 yards tonight.
It's a mindset, and he came out tonight from the beginning that he would not be denied, and he proved that he can create what he wants. What a phenomenal performance.
Oh, no, they botched the snap. Tyler Buckner rolling left, has to throw, incomplete.
Oh, no.
They missed the extra point with a botched snap, and now A&M with a touchdown could possibly win the game. Oh, the special teams have been so good tonight. And on the extra point, I think Buckner just dropped the snap. It was a clean snap, and he didn't handle it. Of course, if there's anybody on the team you want in the fire drill, it's Buckner, the former quarterback. Tried to make something out of it, but couldn't find anybody open in the end zone. And now 40-34, and the pressure's really on the defense.
Gave hope to Texas A&M that you didn't have to give. And Notre Dame still has 3 timeouts. So provided you can either stop them on offense, which is going to be 4 downs every single time they get the 4th down, they're going for it. Tell your defense that right now. But even if they score, you will have time and timeouts to make really have a 4th timeout with the 2-minute parlay. Game's not over. Still a long ways.
How about this? First rushing touchdown from Jeremiah Love since that famous one against Penn State in the Orange Bowl last year.
That's a crime.
Okay, Terry Bussey's going to bring the kick back, and he has a crease. Cuts it inside. He's across the 40. Flag's going to bail him out. He's across midfield. He's going to take it all the way across the 30, 20, 10. This for now is a 99-yard touchdown return for A&M, but there is a flag down. And it wasn't a necessary one.
If you're Texas A&M, you are just frustrated beyond belief with the penalties tonight.
This will be their 11th.
During the return, holding, return team, number 17. 10-yard penalty, it's first down.
It'll be a tough day in class Monday for Orstrom if A&M doesn't win this game.
Whew. Okay.
I haven't heard you call out a flag that quick in my life. You were ready.
Well, that was a really important one. My goodness. Special teams, suddenly. I mean, again, let's see the penalty.
Orstrom pulled him down.
Yeah.
So the penalty happened because the Notre Dame player ran through Orstrom and he held him and brought him to the ground.
Yeah, it did probably lead to that crease in hindsight, but it was well before he hit the hole. It's one of those that's tough to say. I'm not sure he breaks it without the penalty, but it brings it back.
Doesn't matter when you break the law. It matters you broke the law.
So after all of that, it's effectively a touchback. The ball is spotted at the 26-yard line. Texas A&M's going left to right with 2:40 left in the game. They'll run it on first down. And this is good hard running by Moss. Luke Talich brings him down. A reminder, if you're just joining us, that Don Schuler ejected for targeting earlier in this fourth quarter. So one of Notre Dame's best defensive backs is not in for this pivotal drive.
And that's why you recruit. You have to have talent at multiple levels, and Marcus Freeman and his staff have done that.
Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Reed takes the snap with 2:15 to go. Throws underneath. It's caught by Craver. Has a seam across the 50 along the far sideline inside the 40. Shoved out of bounds by Tay Johnson at the 36-yard line with 2:07 left. Just like that, the Aggies rip off a 35-yard play and they're in business.
A phenomenal play call. They faked the wide receiver screen to the left and then pulled out to the right and threw the crossing route. Wonderful play call. Hate to say it, but excellent play call.
Yeah, they've had Colin Klein has called some great plays, and Marcel Reed and these receivers have flashed. Okay. What is it? Tums? We're doing Tums?
I got the Tums and the Aspens, brother. Come on over.
Why don't you go grab those? 2 minutes left. 40-34. The Irish lead by 6 with 2 minutes left in the game. You're listening to the Notre Dame Radio Network on Invest, presented by Invesco QQQ.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game.
planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Notre Dame Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Get paid sooner with Credit Union One, the official banking partner of Notre Dame Athletics. Simply open a CU1 free checking account, set up direct deposit, and get ready for an early payday. Plus, you'll be able to show your Irish pride every time you pay with one of 3 Notre Dame debit card designs. It's your money. Get access to it sooner. View full disclosure and open an account online today at cu1.com/free checking. Federally insured by NCUA. Go Irish.
You need parts? O'Reilly has parts. Get 1 free set of brake pads when you buy 2 brake rotors. Upgrade to Brake Best Select pads for just $10. Or upgrade to Brake Best Select Pro or Import Direct pads for just $20. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
2 minutes left in the football game between Notre Dame and Texas A&M, and the Irish lead by 6, 40-34. Tony Simeone alongside the Super Bowl champion Ryan Harris. Okay, there's good and bad to this. Notre Dame leads by 6. That's great. The problem is they only lead by 6 because they could not convert on the extra point. So it should be 7. You'd feel a lot better right now if it were 7. Texas A&M has the ball at Notre Dame's 36-yard line with 1st and 10. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Here you go.
If you're Notre Dame, you're waiting until that next first down, if it happens, to start using your timeouts. If you're A&M, you're running the ball as much as possible to try and get this clock down.
And again, they've got to get in the end zone for a touchdown, but then they'd likely just need an extra point to possibly win the game. So much at stake here, too. Notre Dame having lost in the opener. If you lose tonight, it is going to be a tough road back to the playoff. Moss gets the carry. To your point, they run it to get that clock moving. They get up to the 33-yard line. That's going to be a 4-yard carry. 150 and counting after Heinisch makes the tackle for Notre Dame.
Le'Veon Moss is very impressive. He has just been excellent for A&M tonight. About 76 yards on the evening, but he is fast and tough to tackle.
Seems like both coaches are committed to this game ending on this drive. Reed in the shotgun. Takes the snap on 2nd and 6. Play fake, rolling left, looking left. Now throws back across his body. Orstrom makes the catch. Heinisch drills him right at the line of scrimmage, then maybe shoves him just over, over the first down marker, up to the 26. It's going to be enough for a first down up to the 25. 1:20 to play.
Now you want to be very quick with your timeouts if you're Notre Dame. You want to run it right here if you're A&M.
Moss is the back. They'll look to throw. Reed gets it out to Orstrom. Catch is made. Gets to the sideline. Talich takes him out. To your point, that's probably good for Notre Dame to get him out of bounds. 2 yards on the pickup. 1:11 left. 2nd and 8 coming from the Notre Dame 23. Again, it's 40-34. Notre Dame leads by 6.
With 3 timeouts. Excellent tackle right there by Talich. Getting him out of bounds, preserving that timeout.
Texas A&M needs a touchdown. They cannot settle for 3. What a pivotal game for both of these teams early in this season. 4 receivers set. 3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Now Craver motions to the right. Reed looking left. Gonna fire down the sideline. Incomplete. Good coverage by Leonard Moore that time. Never even let them sniff. Craver, who was along the far sideline, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 8.
And Leonard Moore just out-physicaled Craver there. Got in the perfect position to where Craver couldn't wind his arm over Moore, and because of it went out of bounds. Phenomenal coverage by Leonard Moore.
Okay, 1:07 left. You're in a spot here, A&M. If they give the ball back without giving up the timeouts, they could still stop the clock, but they've got to be thinking 4-down territory, and this is it. Reed from the shotgun on 3rd and 8, takes the snap, pressure coming. Reed now running, gets across the 20, tucks it towards the near sideline, gets out of bounds, and he's got the first down. Up to the 14-yard line, Marcel Reed does it with his legs.
First time all night he's really ran it like that. It was because Boubacar Traore got a little too deep in his pass coverage. Excellent decision by Reed. And just a phenomenal job by the defense getting him out of bounds. You still got your 3 timeouts, so this is still very good for Notre Dame. It's getting a little darker, but still bright out there.
Again, if they can stop them and keep their timeouts, even if they get the ball back, they only need a field goal most likely. Reed will hand it off with 1 minute to go. They run between the tackles, get this to the 10, just shy of the 10. Marcus Freeman's going to use one of those timeouts.
Yep, that's an excellent usage of the timeout.
Have to.
Timeout. Texas A&M. They're first of the half.
Now, the issue is if Texas A&M can get a first down and still be with the first and goal from the 4.
Right, they could take the clock down.
Yeah.
But again, we always think this. We almost saw it in the first half. You still got to get in. You have to use the timeouts now in case they get in. But if you're Notre Dame, just easier said than done. Don't let them get in. You win the game right here.
And how you prevent them from getting in the end zone is you put your corners on inside leverage, meaning they got to go through you to go to the middle of the field. Make the long throw be accurate. You live or die on the long throw to either edge, but you protect the middle with your life.
Whew, boy, this is something else. Didn't see this season. I mean, you knew the opponents were going to be tough, but I wasn't so sure we'd be here at the end of this second game really thinking they could possibly not come out with a win in either of them. Right now, ball's still very much in Notre Dame's court. They lead 40-34. 54 seconds left. 2 timeouts left now for Notre Dame. They actually said it was to Texas A&M. We'll sort that out later. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Reed, bad snap. Now a whistle. No play. Flag comes out. Ryan, I got news for you. Texas A&M called that last time out.
What?
Snap infraction. Offense, number 54. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
If you're Mike Elko, you are just losing. They've had just about every penalty you can get.
12 penalties now in the game.
And they've all been different. False start, defensive holding.
Personal foul.
I mean, they have really hit the bingo card.
I think that timeout they called as a gift.
I don't know
still has all 3.
I don't know what Mike Elko was thinking. That's shocking.
54 seconds left still. Now 2nd and 11 from the 15. False start. Wow. Another false start. Here comes the crowd. You love to see it.
Oh, they're saying that Notre Dame clapped their hands.
Oh, no. Could we see the first defensive false start of the year? Long discussion.
False start. Offense. Number 71. 5-yard penalty.
Chase Basantis.
Still second down.
Now, we need not discuss whether or not Notre Dame did clap their hands.
I didn't see
Nobody on the front 7 did it. And a good job by the guard saying, oh, no, it was them that clapped their hands. They didn't make them think, but Texas A&M, the wheels are falling off the wagon here, Aggies.
That's why you can't assume once you get down here that you're going to get it in the end zone.
Tyler Buckner's literally praying on the sideline right now. He, more than anybody in this building, wants Notre Dame to win tonight.
2nd and 16 from the 20. Reed takes the shotgun snap, has all kinds of time. Now he's rolling right, has to throw it away. Incomplete. 3rd and 16 coming.
There may have been a penalty not called there.
There is no foul for intentional ground, and the quarterback was outside the pocket.
So you got 3rd and 16 here. Because A&M's used all the timeouts, they may want to think about one here to get the right play call in. Play clock's already down to 20 seconds. They don't need it all here, but they need to find a way to get in the end zone.
You got to protect the middle of the field if you're Notre Dame. Haven't gotten there yet with your rushers. Paging, Boubacar Traore.
As loud as it's been all night. 3rd and 16. Reed from the 20. Takes the snap. Has time. Looking. Slings it underneath. Caught. And a flag comes in behind the play. It's caught at the 11. I think by Craver or Concepcion. It was Concepcion. 39 seconds left. But this flag came in a spot where you could see defensive holding. And that could be a game changer.
I don't know if Concepcion caught that football, though.
I'm worried about the flag that's sitting at the 3-yard line right now.
Worry and belief take the same amount of energy, Tony.
Okay, here's a call.
Holding. Defense. Number 6. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot.
It's a killer.
Automatic first down.
The biggest part of that is the automatic first down.
And it really was unnecessary. Actually, it was very necessary.
Good call, but goodness.
That's a good call.
Oh, my goodness.
But excellent job by Drake Bowen not allowing the reception by Craver, because then that would have been a different situation.
So the ball moves up to the 10-yard line, and the chains reset. So it's first and goal from the 10. 39 seconds left. Reed, design run. Running off tackle to the right. Spins upfield. Not going to even get back to the line of scrimmage. Dropped at the 11, and I think Mike Elko is going to call time.
I don't understand why they did that. You want to throw the ball. It's first down. You have 10 yards to go. That's a throw all day.
Texas A&M. They're second of the half.
I mean, maybe Mike Elko is still getting paid.
Well, here's the thing. To your point about the run, Ryan, now you're at the point in the game for them. They've just reset it to 34 seconds because they ran it, and they ran it off tackle. You've got all 11 guys getting tackled here. They almost have to call the timeout with this little time because to rush back to the line, they might not get all 4 of their plays and get the right call in. So they've almost now put themselves in a spot where they have to call timeouts and still give Notre Dame the opportunity to save theirs for if they get the ball back.
Well, Notre Dame flooded the zone right away to make sure that tackle was inbound. So an excellent situational football execution.
Okay, so it's now second and goal from the 11. 34 seconds left. Texas A&M has 1 timeout remaining. Notre Dame again leads 40-34. What an entertaining game it has been tonight. But right now, the potential difference maker is the missed extra point after the Irish touchdown to give them this 6-point lead. The defense, though, trying to prevent that from becoming a factor. They can do that by getting off the field.
It is deafeningly loud out there. You cannot hear anything.
Aggies are back on the ball. 2 receivers to the top. Reed takes the shotgun snap. He looks left. Has time. Now the pressure comes. Throws into double coverage. Oh, it's almost picked. Incomplete. Carson Hobbs is in the area. They were looking for Concepcion. He and Johnson had him doubled, and he couldn't bring it in. Third down.
Both players had a shot, but it's Bryce Young with the pressure that forces Reed to throw it early and a little high. Oh, my goodness. Carson Hobbs should have had an interception. Catch it with your hands out in front. The secondary's got to learn that after last week.
27 seconds left. Third and goal from the 11. Aggies moving left to right. 2 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. Reed looking left. Now he's flushed. Has pressure. Sneed's in his face. Throws end zone. Low ball. Loose ball. Broken up. 4th and goal. Coming with 19 seconds left. Here comes the ball game.
What an excellent job by the defense of making sure that you're getting after the quarterback there. Boubacar Traore forcing the early throw. That's back-to-back plays where you got to the quarterback with your front 4.
Here comes the crowd. 4th and goal. Notre Dame leads 40-34. The season very much on the line right now. 3 receivers trips. Bunch to the far hash. Reads along the near hash. And Marcus Freeman calls timeout.
I love it. I love the timeout. Absolutely love it.
You're not going to need all 3 if you get the ball back, so you can certainly use one to see what they came out in.
Well, also make them show you the formation that they want before you take that timeout. And now if you're Texas A&M, you got to come up with another play here in the next 40 seconds. That's an expert use of a timeout by Marcus Freeman.
So let's reset it for you here. 4th and goal from the 11 coming. 19 seconds left in the game. Notre Dame leads 40-34. Let's just say A&M were to score. The Irish likely would have time for a play or 2 to get in field goal range if it comes to that. But you're thinking right now, win the game, get the stop right here.
You're 11 yards away from letting all the news and conversation the last 2 weeks stop. And conversely, if you're A&M, you're 11 yards away from changing the narrative of your program and propelling yourself into the top 10.
This will be a monster win for A&M. You know what they're talking about on their sideline right now. What a moment we're about to have here.
I think you send a blitzer either off the edge or right down the middle. You got to get some extra pressure, force that throw early.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can sit back and let Reed.
Now, don't bring everybody like they did at Ohio State and like they did against Ohio State last year in the national championship.
Here we go. The entire game comes down to this. 4th and goal from the 11. Aggies going left to right. They'll come out with 3 receivers. Notre Dame leads 40-34. 19 seconds left in the game. 2 2 receivers to the bottom, 1 to the top.
See, that timeout made them change their play and formation.
Reed motions, Concepcion to the left, takes the shotgun snap, 4th and goal. Here's the ball game, pumps, throws for the end zone, loose ball. Is it caught? It is! Oh, what a catch! It's brought in by Nate Borkarcher, and the game's tied with 13 seconds left. 40-40. A desperation play for the Aggies pays off.
And how about that? Borkarcher coming up with the biggest play in the last 3 years for the Aggies. Still time for your Irish. You're going to get the ball back with 10 seconds and 2 timeouts. Hopefully you're at the 35. From that point, you can get across to that. You want to get to the 30-yard line, if you can, of Texas A&M. Brutal catch.
Wow.
And Marcel Reed is having the game of his life.
Career high.
Unbelievable game by that young man.
360 yards. Okay, extra point. This would give them the lead. Randy Bond is out. He's perfect. And this kick is good. Texas A&M leads 41-40. 13 seconds left. 13 plays. 74 yards. 2:28 off the clock. And now if you're Notre Dame, you got to find a way to stay in it here. Because you said 13 seconds, I think you have to, unless you have a great specials play drawn up. 13 seconds, Ryan, to me, you take the touchback if you can. Now, they might squib, but you need to have an opportunity to use both timeouts. There's no reason that from the 25, C.J. Carr can't hit multiple 20-yard balls in 5 seconds, timeout, and you have a field goal try. There is still a path here, and that offense and special teams unit have to be thinking that way.
Well, Malachi Fields is the one I'm looking for. Jaden Greathouse has found some openings. It's going to be imperative the offensive line protects the best they have all night.
And again, another thing too, I think they're going to probably try to squib it to make them feel this. Sometimes kickers on these squibs, they kick them so short. If you can get it, get upfield and then get on the ground right away is what I think you have to do.
Well, 2 holding calls were missed on that touchdown throw. Literally, 2 offensive linemen for A&M tackled Bryce Young and Donovan Heinisch. Unbelievable that wasn't called.
All right. You gotta find a way to remain positive right now. We can break it all down and wallow if they don't find a way, but there's still a path here. You gotta play this part well. You cannot mess around and waste 6 or 7 seconds on specials here. I think you have to take the touchback, and it gives you at least 2 snaps. We'll see. Bond is gonna kick this one short. I'd fair catch it. Fair catch it. No, it's gonna bounce at the 20. Picked up by Aeneas Williams. Runs it out of bounds across the 30. Okay, only 2 seconds come off. Gets to the 31. So Noah Burnett, in order to have a chance to kick what could be a game-winning field goal, his long is 52. That's about the 35-yard line. Notre Dame's at the 31. So you only need 34 total yards to get there. 11 seconds, you can easily get 2 15 to 20-yard plays here.
And I like one player over the middle to try and get you that yardage, because they're going to be protecting the edges and sidelines if you're A&M. So that middle of the field's going to be open. They're in a cover 3, meaning 3 safeties are in the backfield.
Can't dance around. Has to be systematic right here. 11 seconds. Carr's in the shotgun. 3 receivers. Takes the snap. Steps up. You got to throw it. Heaving it downfield into triple coverage. Loose ball, and it's incomplete. Fields went down. They're going to say they got their feet tangled up.
I can't believe that.
And now it's Hail Mary time. 4 seconds left.
Well, you got to do the shoots and ladders play is what they call it. You got one player coming across.
I don't think, you're right. Carr probably can't get it there.
That's a pass interference all day. Tripping and then pushing the receiver to the ground. These referees have turned on the blinders here. What a brutal break.
Wow. 4 seconds left. Final play of the game unless there's a penalty. Carr takes the snap. Here you go. Greathouse makes the catch, flips to Faison. Back it goes to Love. He's shoved out of bounds, and that is the ball game. Texas A&M comes to South Bend and shocks the Irish. 41-40 is the final, and that is a heartbreaker for Notre Dame.
Phenomenal game by both teams. And at the end of the day, It's the details that matter. Every game, it's about the details. At Miami, it was throwing it on 2nd and 2. And here tonight, a couple of miscues, an interception, and a botched catch on the field goal snap. That's the difference between overtime and the feeling we have right now.
Yeah, to your point, you don't want to reduce it down to just the extra point. It's, of course, going to loom large, but again, this is a Notre Dame defense that, in the end, gave up 41 points. That's not necessarily up to their standard, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot to reflect upon and figure out where exactly things went wrong tonight, because to be in this position, quite frankly, they have to be shocked and disappointed with how they played. And Marcel Reed, you got to tip your cap a little bit to Texas A&M. I mean, as we said when we were in Miami, there's good players on both sides. The quarterback for Texas A&M tonight